Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love it. My name's Jay Milne. Hashtag Blue. Our sports update deliverer. The Coop.
I'm Zachary, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be honest. All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
So the one thing about working with all these kids like we do, Jason Milne, they got us doing these fun little projects that we don't understand. So maybe they're not fun to us if we don't understand them. Without Benny Thompson he's kind of the one who's doing a lot of this. He'll come up to us in the morning or whenever he gets in. He works irregular hours. Yeah, that's what if we had to post Benny's job, it would be irregular hours. Must be willing to work irregular hours.
Must be flexible to be flexible.
Yes, must be very flexible.
Flexibly flexible.
I saw something on, I'm already on a tangent. Is that a new record about 20 seconds into the show?
Oh, what are we in here?
I saw on Instagram, I wish I should have saved it, but it was real life versus LinkedIn. And it was, this cute little white dog, like a little terrier or Bichon or something like that.
Yeah.
And in real life, it was like, spends hours at you begging for food. And then the LinkedIn, it was like, was in charge of leveraging nutrition situations or something like that. It was funnier than that.
Right.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have LinkedIn?
No. Do you?
I do.
And?
I don't know why, but I do.
What does it do for you? What are the benefit?
It tells people who you are and what you do and what your background is, educational, from your education to your work experience.
Is it like a public resume?
It is a public resume.
Keeps you linked in.
Let me see what mine says. LinkedIn. Okay. I'm supposed to have it for this job.
For this specific job? For Edmonton Sports Talk?
Yeah. Oh, look at this. It says on-air personality and sales director at Edmonton Sports Talk, as well as special event MC.
Oh, wow.
I host special events. I've MC'd several times in my life.
When was the last time?
Oh, 6 years ago. But I'm a special event MC.
Well, you've done it.
If you're looking for somebody, hit me up on LinkedIn.
Here's this one.
Slide in the DMs, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I would be a great MC.
You would be a great MC. How? Yeah. Okay, I can't. The writing is really small here. Reality. I begged my mother for food because she's the less strict parent. And then on LinkedIn, you would put, I leverage stakeholder intelligence to identify a more flexible decision maker, resulting in improved snack acquisition opportunities.
Yes, that's good.
That's pretty good. That's
like
how
that.
dogs would say it. That's what dogs would say. Say it's a snack opportunity. You're not begging.
Well, they'd more say it like,
Well, true. Yeah, very true. So anyway, we do these little videos with Benny, and so Benny will come to us during his irregular hours, and he'll say, "Hey guys, we're going to shoot a video today," and you and I just go, "All right, Benny.
sure.
We don't know what's happening.
Where do you need us, and what do we need to do?
We know that we are going to be embarrassed in them.
Possibly.
We know that we will be unks. I didn't know I was an unk until a couple months ago because I'm not an uncle.
Right.
But you are an uncle.
I am, but now I'm an unk.
This has nothing to do with genetics or family trees. If you are an unk, you are not like an elderly guy, but you're getting to be an out of touch man. Is that how they use the term unk?
Yes.
Is that what an unk is, Coop? You're like an uncool gentleman, probably middle-aged and beyond. Like a 32.
You're just out of touch.
A 32-year-old couldn't be an unk, could he?
Wait. Does unk stand for uncool?
It can. There's no set.
Oh, I thought it
term
stood for
it.
like
I
uncle.
thought it just meant you're old.
Yeah, like you're such an uncle. Like you're
come
at
on,
Christmas.
uncle.
You can't say FRFR or
For real.
for real or aura. You shouldn't say that, unk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
sound
not your
uncool.
word,
We
unk.
don't know how it's used. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
very
actually quite
unk of you.
derogatory. We should have a
I'm low
unk
key
helpline.
I'm low key ignorant about it.
Yeah, low key.
Yeah.
Hey, how about
Yeah, we
that?
should complain
An
to
unk helpline.
We should complain to HR Daddy.
Right. Get it added to the
But
handbook.
Would you call a 32-year-old an unk? A 32-year-old man?
If there's something that's trending at that time or has been popular and the person wasn't aware of it, then they would be an unk. Like if you brought something up and they're like, I've never heard of that in my life. And it's like, well, yeah, that's because you're an unk.
Right.
Like you're just
okay.
not in that same field or you don't follow the same
So
things
what
that
do
are
unks
popular.
call you?
Youngin? I don't know.
Yeah, we need some kind of
We need
slang
some
derogatory
ammunition
term
here.
We're
for the
kids.
younger
Everyone
people.
calls us kids. Benny and
Kids.
I are kids around here.
Yep.
I'm the youngest one in the EST offices. Still a kid, I guess, even though I'm 22.
So we won't call you kid. We'll call you kid. Yeah, that's a kid over there. You have to shorten everything.
Yeah, I guess.
Or
Come on, bro.
id.
So Benny comes to us today and says we're doing a video. So he, so where is it? Is it on Instagram? Is it on the Edmonton Sports Talk Instagram account? Mm-hmm. Is it going to be on YouTube? I don't know if they put those on YouTube.
I'm not sure.
It'll probably be on TikTok.
Yes.
Apparently everything's on TikTok.
And Facebook.
I just sound like an unk there.
Yeah, you just
So it's on
dunked.
TikTok. So
Tixagram.
he's, I keep getting a tick talking about it. So he said to us, I'm going to give you 5 categories, and we each have to say something in that category. And then he secretly has already written down something in that category.
His answers.
And it was a game that we had to not agree with him.
That's the goal.
Basically, right.
If you write down on your sheet something he's written down,
We're
that's a
eliminated.
fail.
Right, or it's a fail.
So we
did pretty good, I
You
think.
ran the ta- you ran the table.
The game, the way it goes
It
is
gets
he
harder.
narrows it down. So he starts where something, statistically, the chances of 2 people agreeing,
name a sport.
especially out of 3,
That's what
would
he
be
was.
quite low. Yeah.
Name a sport.
So I wrote down chuck wagon racing,
I said water polo.
and he had volleyball.
Right.
But he was trying to write things that he thought we might.
He was
guess.
trying to get into our
'Cause he
unk
because he
mind.
knows I like volleyball. We've talked about it a little bit.
He can't break the unk hive.
Right. So then we're thinking, oh, is he going to guess what we're guessing, or is he not going to guess what we're guessing? And then you
Well, that was the first
You
clue.
get all pretzeled about it.
And then the 5th clue was a hockey position.
Then and we could only use
You could use left and right.
one of the 6.
But that was the only time I thought about what he was going to say. Because I knew Benny would go a left wing or something left or right. So I went center.
I went
You
center
went
as well.
center.
Now I originally
And we were
wrote down
both right.
rover, but then he said that position wouldn't count because there was a position called rover. A long time ago, hockey was 7-on-7, 6 skaters and a goalie, and the skater was rover. You just kind of roved around. What, Coop?
That was a thing.
Look that up.
Look it up, id.
Look.
Yeah. Jeez, yeah, I'm an id. I didn't know that. The only unks would know.
I'm pretty
that.
sure
Yeah.
that's true. For a while, hockey was 7-on-7 because there was a team called the Ottawa Silver 7 because they had 7 skaters on the ice, and then eventually they got rid of the rover. Something like that.
phased
in
out
hockey
during the
history.
1910s and 20s.
Thank you, Coop. Yes, when I was born. I remember the last game with the rover. I had a little ceremony. I had a little cry.
The dirty 30s were tough.
Hey, thanks a lot for joining us, everybody. Whether you're an unk or not, this is the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. We are presented by the wonderful people at Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. You can download that app or just simply sign up at playalberta.ca. In about 40, 45 minutes or so, well, maybe around 40 minutes, we'll be giving you Jason Milne's Play of the Day. He does one every single day. We appreciate you tuning in. If you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, thank you so much for using that streaming app. Let other people know where they can find Edmonton Sports Talk. Maybe you're on YouTube, which includes a video element. You see our great studio here, the Canadian Brewhouse studio, the wall wrapped by William Huff. They're going to have our off-topic topic in a few minutes, which is related to a very special guest we have coming into studio. If you would like to communicate with us, you have several options. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com or jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. We love getting your limericks. Those are always fun. You can text us, 780-218-9999. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. They got their happy hour at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, the casino floor. So $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottled, draft, import, domestic, select premium well highballs, select premium wine, Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's not a happy hour. That's a happy day. Okay, so they got you well served at River Cree Resort and Casino. If you are watching us on YouTube, we ask you for a couple things if you haven't already done them. Subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. We're well over 14,000 subscribers. We want to see how quickly we can get to 15,000, which is pretty cool. And as you're watching this program, please click that thumbs up button on YouTube.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
And then once you've clicked the thumbs up button, please click the share button. It'll generate a link for you. You can send it off to other people via email, via text, and you say, hey, you guys are having fun. Yes, it's a lot of sports. It's a lot of other life stuff, too. We'll explain in a couple of minutes. There is a barbecue theme to the show today. And the final couple segments of the show, about 5:15 to probably the end, are going to be perhaps unlike anything we've ever experienced or seen. The probably think, oh, what, are you guys going to barbecue right there in the studio? Sort of. Not exactly, but sort of. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We do Words of the Day. That's another for Edmonton Public Library, EPL.ca. That's another cool thing we do that sort of is part of our just fun stuff that we think brings a lot of people in. So that's pretty cool.
Did you ever go to church growing up, Reid?
I did not.
So this is what church music directors or the music pastor would do this with their hands. And for those listening on the audio stream, I'm waving it back because during the click thumb song,
yes,
I was doing this with my hand to give you the idea, I guess, of the pace of the song.
Oh,
so church directors would often do this, as if to say the organ that's playing the tune is useless. I never understood the waving of the hands to dictate the pace and tempo of the song.
Yeah, I don't know.
You go 1 and 2 and 3.
I don't need 1,
4.
2, 3. Old Betty Lou on the organ is handling that.
They thought they were doing something.
It's one of the biggest questions of all time for me.
Well, if you went to church and that was the biggest question you had out of that,
yeah, the rest was kosher. Nothing to see here.
The Oilers did win last night. Pretty good performance. Depth players coming through. We will have. Speaking of church, we will have some tribute to the Lord's work, courtesy Jason Milne.
Hallelujah!
And a couple players from last night.
Preach.
And I got to hand it to Jay. You are truly becoming a great broadcaster and talk show host with some of the research you did today.
Okay.
I was impressed. This was another level. This is something I wouldn't even thought of. You used a resource that you didn't even know existed 2 years ago.
That's correct.
And you did some great work.
Thank you.
About Oilers' depth scoring. So I'll tease that because it's incredible what you did and the stats you got. He didn't even share them all with me. I think he's probably going to make me guess.
Well, we have to do
usually sometimes what we wind up doing. So that's coming up later. Paul Sir is going to be on the show from Hoop City with Paul Sir, NCAA. We got, three Albertans in the the men's tournament?
So, 2 Edmontonians, 1 Calgarian.
So that's awesome. The 5A basketball tournament's in Edmonton.
Yes.
So we're going to touch on that because we're looking at the schedule. It's all over.
Provincial basketball.
Yeah, it's 24 teams total. So the tournament chairperson is from Ainley, but there's games all over. And there's a lot of Edmonton teams that have chances to win. So that's pretty cool. And, of course, we have our afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. You can stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The toothy fish couldn't stand up to Mad Max and Murphy's Law. 13 players with a point. That's more variety than my brother-in-law's gambling debts. Another sturdy game between the pipes for Engie. He's the best thing to come out of Saskatchewan since sealskin bindings. Hey, Jason Milne, is that Super Dave in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Venezuela won the baseball tournament. Put that in your doodle dandy, you scruffy bunch of Yanks. I'm Chet Palmer.
Ooh, Chet. Chet, this might be your finest work yet.
Really?
Yes. Never did I think that Super Dave Osborne would come into one of Chet's sports reports, tying that in with the Saskatchewan sealskin bindings and sticking it to the doodle dandy scruffy bunch of Yanks was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Well, Chet thanks you, but he's already off to his next assignment.
He is. You were at the Oilers game. I was feverishly clicking between the Oilers game and the World Baseball Classic final.
I didn't see much of the baseball. I saw the end.
I kind of committed to the final 2 innings. And when Bryce Harper hit that home run to tie the game up and came around third base and saluted the camera and was running home slow-mo, pointing to the American patch on his shoulder, I was thinking, oh boy,
Yeah.
they're going to get it. They're going to get it. And then
Didn't they
Suarez,
all wear the hockey jerseys to the game?
they did.
Yeah.
But Venezuela came through. They pulled it out. The final 3 outs were electric. Every strike, like the final at bat, I believe was a strikeout. Yeah, it was a strikeout.
Right.
Electric. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, screw you. Like it, I don't have that much skin in the game with baseball.
Right.
If it was Canada, it would be different.
Sure.
But it was very cool to see the Venezuelan crowd on hand and the Venezuelan team themselves. First time World Baseball Championship winning Venezuela. Just pure elation. I love watching that. I love those moments. And truthfully, the Americans had to stick it out on the diamond for quite a while.
Right.
They got their silvers.
Oh, they did the whole medal thing.
They did the whole thing. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a little bit during the intermissions, but you're right. I was mainly focused on the hockey game and plenty more on that later on. All right, before I give the off-topic, well, you're going to give it. I'm just going to do the William Huff thing. But before we get into that, who's coming in at 5:20 today? Well, he's
At
coming in
5:20.
earlier, but he's coming on air at about 5:20.
Right. The creator of Dark Side of the Grill, Mel Schmiller Jr. This is a renowned barbecue pit master.
And he is an
Edmontonian. So what's happened is Mel and his I guess it would be his seasoning company, Dark Side of the Grill, have partnered up with our good partners, the Canadian Brew House. So they are bringing you the Smoke 'em If You Got 'em tour. Okay? So this is happening at 3 different Canadian Brew House locations next weekend. So Ellerslie, Lewis Estates, and Leduc will all have this opportunity. So you get brisket, Texas sausage, smoked chicken thighs, pulled pork, mac and cheese, coleslaw, cactus chips, and you can enter, win a bunch of prizes as well.
Wow,
So
sounds
we'll
amazing.
have
So
more
he's
information.
Apparently we're
I
having
think.
food.
I think we're going to eat.
Yeah. Well, that's not a bad thing. Coob's going nuts. Speaking of
freaking
dogs
out.
begging.
Yeah. That's a dog on a bone over there.
Yeah. So our off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website, williamhuff.com. Give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
The off-topic topic for William Huff, Reid. Grilling techniques. Grilling techniques that you know,
Okay.
that you think everybody else should know. And maybe everybody already knows them. I mean, we have a barbecue pit master coming to the studio.
Right.
I certainly have some grilling questions for him. But what's a technique or a tip, whether it be steak or brisket or ribs, that you think everybody should know?
Right.
Now, I've got quite a few. I would say the number one, and I'm going to go to steak. I think when you think of grilling, steaks are up there.
Yes.
Right? Steaks, burgers. But when you're grilling a steak, I think it is as important as the cook, as the prep, as anything, to cover it in tinfoil and let it rest for a minimum of 5 minutes after it comes off the grill.
Oh, that's good advice. Yeah.
That is mandatory.
Yeah.
Don't do it. If you're not going to cover it, secure it, lock in all the juices. Well, actually, I don't know. There's some process that happens. I'm not a professional, Reid.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Mel Schmiller will know.
You might tell him that, and maybe he'll debunk it. Who knows?
Maybe he'll say, you're an idiot. That would be great. Well, Mel, what's your tip?
Right.
Right? So, for instance, like I'm going to ask Mel, how do you get the right bark on the outside of a brisket? I want that dark.
Oh, that's a good
bark,
question.
You know? So, yeah, what are your tips? I know Mike, the Michigan fan, well, he always drops off some of his samplings here.
He does a lot of smoking, I think. I don't know if I have a lot for this, because depending on the summer and my schedule and what's going on in my life, I might barbecue many times. I might barbecue just a few, and generally it's steaks. And this is probably a basic thing, but I didn't have a barbecue till probably my late 30s, mid 30s. So, it's not an inherent thing I had, but I'll just pick a random time. 10 minutes. Say you got to barbecue your steak for 10 minutes. Don't do 5 minutes on one side, flip it, and then 5 minutes. You do 2.5, flip, 2.5, flip, 2.5, flip, 2.5. It's done. And when I flip it, you always give it a quarter turn so it gets nice grill marks on it.
See, I'm a one and done. I'm a one flipper and I'm done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
my
how
advice
I've
would be
done
is to just
Well,
do
you're
the
getting
additional
very
flips.
artistic with your grill marks.
Well,
I like
thank
it.
you. Well, thank you, Jay.
Coob, do you grill?
No, I do not. My brother's a pretty big barbecuer or whatnot. He's usually cooking things up during the summertime. My
Sure.
biggest tip for really anybody who is like me, who just likes to eat and can't really cook, I can maybe make a grilled cheese, but stand out of the way. Just
You grilled cheese on a bar. You do grilled cheese sandwich on a barbecue.
no, that'd be funny though.
That'd be epic.
Yeah, I can't make.
You
much
could.
of it,
You
though.
could. Why couldn't
I'm scared.
you? I mean,
to turn
really,
on
you
the
could barbecue anything.
Barbecue
if you
anything.
wanted to.
If you put tin foil down on the barbecue grill, it's
If
essentially
it's
an
something
oven.
that's going to drip, yeah.
It's just an oven.
Yeah, true.
So your advice is to stay out of the way.
See, Larsy says to never flip your meat more than once. I read somewhere to do it more than once.
Yeah, I'm
and I like
depending-
doing it that way. I like doing it that way.
I do maybe this is a tip. Do you ever do the thumb test?
No.
So when you touch your thumb to your pinky and you feel that, what is this part of your thumb called?
The meat?
The wing of your thumb?
Is that what it's called?
The drumlet of your thumb?
What's this part of your hand called, everybody? The meaty part right under
so
your
this
thumb.
is well done. Reid.
Yeah.
This is well done when you touch your steak on your grill.
Oh, really?
When you go to your ring finger, that's medium. When you go to your middle finger, that's medium rare. When you go to your pointer finger, that's rare.
I've never heard of that.
When you touch the meat part of your thumb, so you can touch your steak on the grill, touch everybody's steak 3 or
as
4
many
times, as many times as you can.
Yeah.
That will show you the cook, how long.
I didn't know that at all. I also realized that Larsy may have just henwayed me by making me say never flip your meat more than once on air. That could be interpreted. That's the young's advice to the kids. Hey, kids, never flip your meat more than once.
That's good.
All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. You can post in the nasty chat on YouTube. And we're off and running. Plenty of Oilers discussion. We'll have some really cool basketball stuff as well. The 5A high school provincials are in town.
Correct.
And 5A was new to me.
Yeah.
Now we follow, look, you and I like following sports. We talk sports. We don't pretend to know everything. Even you with kids in it. They're not in high school. Because when I was a kid, there was 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A.
4A was like max.
And I was kind of like, I wonder how long there's been 5A. Well, I just got some notes from the guest we're going to have in a bit. There's now 5A. This is the first one. So I want to ask about, so the school populations must have spread out, I guess.
Defining number for 5A.
I would guess I don't know. We're going to have to find out.
But here's the thing.
But you can be there's lower population
Because
schools that if you think you can win.
Raymond, McGrath, smaller schools, but they're playing up to the 5A level because that's where they get the most competition.
Right.
I think McGrath's going to win this thing.
They might. So we'll find out. We'll have more about that. Paul Sir will talk about the NCAA tournament. Like I said, Jay's got some great Oilers stats. Oh, speaking of food, maybe we'll do this when we get back. Rory has selected his his menu for the Masters dinner.
So good.
On April 7th. So we might have some fun with that as well. Speaking of fun
and food,
it's the Coop.
Oilers general manager Stan Bowman gave an update on Leon Draisaitl, confirming that he does not require surgery, and if things go to plan, Draisaitl will return by the end of the regular season at ice level. Half dozen games in the NHL today. Pittsburgh's Sidney Crosby returns from injury to face Carolina. He's missed the past 11 games after getting banged up during the Olympics. Meanwhile, the Senators battle the Capitals. The Stars clash with the Avalanche out west. And the Ducks challenge the Flyers. From downtown E-Town, the Oil Kings hit the ice against the Hitmen at 7 o'clock, hoping to avenge a 3-1 loss to Calgary on Sunday. The Oil Kings good for third in the Eastern Conference. Hitmen right behind them, fourth in the East. Down south, ESPN has reported that the Eagles have acquired Andy Dalton from the Panthers in exchange for a 7th rounder in 2027 to spring training. The Dodgers have a 3-0 lead over the Giants, bottom 5th inning with a total of 6 games live right now. Meanwhile, the Raptors host the Bulls, 6 o'clock tip-off for that one. Elsewhere, Denver visits Memphis, while the Lakers take on the Rockets on a 9-game schedule. This sports update is brought to you by Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at SatherReidSportMed.ca to book an appointment. Today, the Reid Wilkins Show continues after a brief pause. I'm Zachary, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hire it or fire it. That period plus is the launching point for a good end of the season for Tristan Jarry.
Hire it. Sometimes the best way to get out of a slump for a goaltender is to not be able to have any preparation whatsoever. And just be like, where's my helmet? Do I have my glove? Did I tape my stick? And you're just trying to get out there.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Believe in me, the dreams that I foresee. Believe in me, believe in me, believe in me.
It was nice. No, it was really nice to get that, but it just happened to me being me tonight, and I'm really glad that we got that win. We knew that it was a big one, so I'm really glad that I could help contribute.
Max Jones, after the game last night, game-winning goal for the Oilers, about 5 minutes into the third period, strong play, gets the puck out of the corner, gets it to Henrique, goes straight to the net, beats everybody to the rebound, stuffs it in. Nice moment for him. And, all-round strong game by the Oilers, I thought. I mean, yes, San Jose took over the game in the second period. Well, the Oilers responded and took it over in the third period and got the win. So now, all of a sudden, by points, the Oilers are tied for first in the Pacific Division. Now, by points percentage, they do trail Anaheim. By points percentage, they trail Vegas, actually, by .001. But an important win. Florida tomorrow at 7 at Rogers Place. So 6 o'clock for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, hosted by Tom Gazzola. He'll be on after the game with the postgame show as well. I can tell you tomorrow on the show, Bellsy's going to be on, Sean Bell. And we've already booked Doug Plagans, Florida Panthers play-by-play voice. Honorary Edmontonian.
Yes, pretty much.
He spent a lot of time here the last two springs into the summer.
That's a good point.
Yeah. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Real fans know the move. Arrive early. Happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse runs Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. Get in, get comfy, get happy. The Canadian Brewhouse. Do you have any off-topic topics for William Huff you want to do right now or some later?
Yeah. Collingwood Rob says, I like to sear my steak with olive oil.
Well, that's a great idea. Yeah.
I like a good sear.
Oh, you can put olive oil on anything.
Yeah, really. Nate the Builder says, put some garlic butter on that steak before you tent it.
Oh, yeah.
That's...
Yeah, pretty good.
Bones says, cream cheese is excellent smoked. Open the foil, place it on the smoker, and smoke it low for an hour. Great addition to dips. Mike the Michigan
He's
fan
brought us smoked cream cheese and
brought
crackers.
that in.
Yeah, very good. So we're looking for grilling techniques that everyone needs to know or that you would like to share. Could be something simple, something fun, something a little more complicated. Maybe you want to share a family secret. Who knows?
And Mex has thanked everybody for the tickets for yesterday's game. We saw a post of his that looks like he had his oldest son or a son, one of his sons, enjoyed it. So Charismatic Chris, thank you.
Yes, he had. We gave away the tickets. A little extra contest we had on the show yesterday.
Oh, Reid, somebody wants to get right into it.
With what?
With a question.
Do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. McLean.
Okay, McLean.
With dry hurt, who do the Oilers call up? Probably bring up one D and one forward.
Well, Dry's not on long-term injured reserve.
Yes.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, he probably will be.
Now, we'll see. Maybe Emerson isn't out too much longer, right?
Good point.
So I don't know if they'll need to bring up another forward up front. So who else got hurt? Oh, Doc got hurt. He's on long-term injured reserve. I think Lazar is hoping to come back before the end of the regular season. Janmark's out for the year. Who else is injured up front? They have a lot of guys hurt. Who am I missing, Coop?
Yeah, Lazar, Doc, Janmark.
Plus, there's only so many people you can call up, right? Isn't there a limit on how many call-ups you can have? Yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to roll with this lineup until they're forced to bring somebody up, personally. I mean, they should get Emerson. Wasn't it about a week for Emerson? Isn't that what they said?
Who knows? Nobody knows.
I mean, maybe they would call Howard up, but I think they still got to be careful with the cap here, right? What do they have? Current cap space is $300,000. So, yeah, I don't know. Stan Bowman spoke at the GM's meeting in Florida, says it doesn't look like Draisaitl will need surgery, and they're hopeful they'll have him back for the start of the playoffs. So that's what we can tell you there.
A blessing in disguise.
I wouldn't go that far, but I asked Knoblauch about that last night. It is an opportunity to see who else can excel in other situations, and then maybe you get into the playoffs and somebody is forced to jump into a certain role, and they can say, well, they've done that before.
In a perfect world, Reid, or scenario, you would have the remaining games for the Oilers unfold as they did last night. And you'd have your depth players rolling come playoff time.
Right.
Is that going to happen every game? Probably not.
Right.
But that's certainly a step in the right direction.
Teams are restricted to 5 regular recalls from the AHL after the trade deadline. You can also have emergency recalls if your roster drops below 12 healthy forwards, 6 defensemen or 2 goalies, provided they do not have the cap space to call up somebody normally. Now, who did they call up? Who has been called up since the All-Star break? Did Szymanski come up or after the trade deadline? Was Szymanski here before or after the trade deadline?
I'll have to.
I think he might have been. I think he might have been on before the trade deadline. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to call anybody up, quite frankly. I think they might just keep rolling the way it is and then see when they can get some guys back.
Yeah, and Emerson, I mean, McLean followed it up with saying they're running 12 forward and 6D right now.
Yes.
I think Emerson is close-ish.
Yeah, I can't remember what Knoblauch said, but he's the healthiest of the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were to call up a forward, they would be over the cap the way I see it. Now, I guess they could put Draisaitl on LTIR.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't they?
Well, they'd probably wait as long as possible to maximize the savings.
What is it? To maximize, yeah. So
though he is making $14 million, so that's a big chunk.
What is it, 10 days?
No, it's
that they can back
to go back.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're on LTR, you have to miss at least 10 games or 3 weeks, right? Or is it 24 days? I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Like, do they? Like, let me ask you this: is there someone that McLean feels they need to call up to fill a specific role?
Well, they did that with Max Jones,
right?
I thought, because if you bring up Ike Howard or Quinn Hudson, what? Those are scores. There's no need to bring them up and put them on the fourth line.
Right. I agree.
So I think bringing up Max Jones was kind of the answer, barring no other injuries. And Adam Henrique came back into the lineup. That's probably who you're thinking about. That may have been in.
When did Henrique? No, Henrique came back right after the Olympics, didn't he?
No, I don't think it was right after.
Didn't he play on that road trip that was right after the Olympics? Because Kapanen didn't play the first couple of games, remember?
Yeah, maybe I'm misremembering.
Yeah. So they can do the call-up. I don't know if they have the cap space unless they put Leon on long-term injured reserve. I believe that's where we're at. I don't know if they feel like they... I don't know if they will call anybody up, though, unless they drop below the roster limit. Then they can make it an emergency recall. And then I don't think it would apply against the cap. So maybe they'll do it that way. Just thinking off the top of my head.
Well, there was a release. I mean, Oilers recalled Szymanski and Howard March 2nd when they sent Mangiapane and Regula.
So that was before the deadline.
That was before the deadline.
That was before the deadline.
Okay.
And then didn't Howard go right back down the next day?
Somebody was up bing bang boom.
Because somebody they wanted to have somebody on the roster at a certain point.
Well, it was to inflate the roster, and then as soon for the...
Oh, right. So you get as close to the salary cap as possible because they put somebody else on LTIR around then.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Lazar?
Was that then, or was he already hurt by then?
I think it was Lazar.
Might have been Lazar at that point. Rory McIlroy is the defending Masters champion. The Masters Club dinner will be April 7th. He has selected his menu. To me, this is one of the coolest traditions in sports.
It is.
It's a champions dinner. And the last year's master champion gets to pick the menu. So for appetizers, he's going with peach and ricotta flatbread, bacon-wrapped dates, grilled elk sliders, and rock shrimp tempura. The first course will be yellowfin tuna carpaccio with foie gras, toasted baguette, and chives. The main course, you get a choice. You either get your Wagyu filet mignon or seared salmon.
Lovely.
This sounds good.
I mean, I'm in.
And I might just order 10 desserts. Sticky toffee pudding with vanilla ice cream.
Have you ever had bacon wrap?
And warm toffee sauce.
Of course.
That sounds great.
How could you have sticky toffee pudding without warm toffee sauce?
Yeah, that's a good menu.
That's a solid
we
menu.
dove deeper into this last year and went over some of the ones.
There was one, John Rahm's was different.
Yeah, it was like the Spanish, wasn't it the paella?
Yes.
Yeah.
But this here, have you ever had bacon wrap dates?
I have not.
Elite.
Oh, really? Okay.
They are
We'll have to
deadly.
try some.
Now, you'd have to stay away from these ones because they say they have almonds.
I'd have to get the almonds left off, yeah.
But the rock shrimp tempura. Carpaccio, I'm not so sure about. That's just ground up raw yellowfin tuna.
I would eat it. I probably wouldn't mind it.
But that Wagyu filet mignon.
Yeah, that sounds very good.
Give me that.
Yeah. Sauteed Brussels sprouts on the side. Glazed carrots with brown butter on the side.
Brown butter, huh?
Oh, and crispy onion rings, too. That's pretty good.
That is.
Now, what is traditional Irish champ? Is that a potato dish?
I don't know. Let's Google it.
Let's Google it right now. Irish champ is a blending of green onions or scallions with creamy mashed potatoes. Yeah,
so that's just a...
That's
a potato, Reid.
Right. Well, the Irish and their potatoes. That's a pretty good menu. You know what we got to do? We got to win the Masters.
We got to do a show for
We got to get our way in somehow. All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. Did McLean write back? Did he have anything else?
No, he's for now. I'm knowing him as I do. He will.
Yo, you know him?
Yeah, this is a good friend of mine.
Really?
Yes.
McLean. Who does he want to call up? I don't want to call anybody up. Play these guys for the time being. Play the other guys in their roles in the minors.
Incredible golfer. He should be at the Masters.
He could be at the Masters.
Maybe.
Okay, we will have Jay's play of the day, a little bit on a big basketball tournament in Edmonton, more on Max Jones, and something very special the Oilers accomplished last night. That's in the 4 o'clock hour. Here comes the Coop.
Oilers general manager Stan Bowman provided an update on Leon Draisaitl, confirming that he will not require surgery, and if things go according to plan, Draisaitl will return by the end of the regular season. Half a dozen games on today's NHL schedule. Sidney Crosby's back for the Penguins to take on the Hurricanes. He's missed the past 11 games after getting banged up during the Olympics. Meanwhile, the Senators battle the Capitals of Stars, and Avalanche clash as the Ducks challenge the Flyers. From downtown Edmonton, the Oil Kings duel the Hitmen at 7 o'clock. Edmonton looking to avenge a 3-1 loss to Calgary on Sunday. Oil Kings good for third in the Eastern Conference, while the Hitmen are right behind them in fourth place. Down south, ESPN has reported that the Eagles have acquired Andy Dalton from the Panthers in exchange for a 7th rounder in 2027. 38-year-old Dalton went 1-6 when starting over 3 seasons with Carolina. In spring training, 6 games are live. End of the 6th inning. Reds up 4-1 over the Rockies. And to basketball, the Raptors host the Bulls at 6 o'clock. Elsewhere, Denver visits Memphis. Lakers take on the Rockets, while Boston welcomes in Golden State, having 9 games around the association. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. Jay's play of the day up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Because we have to understand that the next 2 years after this one are the most important in Oilers history. They are.
And you are on fire today, Nanzo.
Are they not?
No, I 100% agree with you. I just love the way you said it and were like so serious in saying it. Like, I want to clip that. That was good.
They're the most important 2 years coming up in this franchise history.
Right. I mean, you are 100% correct.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers, but really May brings you...
Mom, I'm home from university.
Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Affordable, convenient, and Canadian storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free, plus students save 10% on continued rental. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Hope you're having a great afternoon. The Edmonton Oilers did not practice today. Morning skate tomorrow and game tomorrow night against the Florida Panthers. We appreciate you checking out the program. If you're taking us in on YouTube this afternoon and you have not already done so, please click that thumbs up button. We try to get to at least 100 every show. So don't delay. Get in there and click away. All right.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta, your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place. With easy access to real money games, you can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today.
Okay, I got an assist on this play from Mrs. Glue.
Nice.
April, my wife. She suggested that we put together a play for tonight's play-in games leading up to March Madness, which is set to begin. Well, it's already begun technically.
Yep.
But officially, the main tournament starts tomorrow. So she liked mascot names here. So Prairie View is taking on Lehigh. Prairie View are the Panthers. Lehigh are the Mountain Hawks. So Panthers over Hawks. That's simple. And SMU is taking on... Who is SMU? Oh, yeah, the Miami of Ohio, which I've never loved. The Red Hawks.
Right. That's the one nickname I knew.
SMU are the Mustangs.
Oh, they're the Mustangs.
So
yes, I did know that. Yes.
We have horses.
Right.
So we're going Mustangs and Panthers to win. If you head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials, you will see that Jay's play of the day, Prairie View and SMU, both to win, has been boosted to plus 200. And if you are not on playalberta.ca, get on it now or download the brand new Play Alberta app. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
You didn't go with that Stars Avalanche game, eh? Interesting.
The only thing I would have touched on that game is the over. Both times they've met, it's been a 5-4 overtime victory.
Okay.
They each have one each. So over 6.5 if you want to sprinky dinky on that.
Little bonus suggestion
Yeah,
from
I might,
Jay. All right.
Little bonus suggestion, yeah.
All right, yeah, lots to talk about with the Oilers. Great game for Max Jones, Adam Henrique. Jay has an incredible stat about something very rare that the Oilers did last night, but we want to touch on a huge event coming up in Edmonton this weekend. Fallon Middlemiss is joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline, the chair of the 5A High School Provincial Basketball Tournament. Fallon, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm fantastic. Thank you for having me.
All right, thanks a lot for doing this. I know you're incredibly busy, so thanks for hopping on.
No problem.
I got to ask you this, and you sent me a couple notes here, and I'm glad you confirmed my suspicion. 5A is brand new, right? So how did they change the school categories this year?
Yeah, so 5A, it's brand new, which is really exciting for us because we get to host the inaugural 5A provincial tournament. But in Alberta school basketball, the difference between 4A and 5A is mainly school size and classification. So specifically for basketball and SSA, School Sport Alberta, they now run 5 classifications. So we have 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, and 5A. And the 2026 season is the first one with a separate 5A provincial championship. So that's why it feels a little bit different this year. Essentially, the reason for doing this is to kind of have some fair competition. And then also, if you're moving to 5A, it gives you like a true top tier of teams. So yeah,
okay, now Jay and I were looking at the schedule yesterday. I believe we got 12 boys and 12 girls teams.
Yes.
But we were like, wait a minute, that can't be a 5A school for population. Do we have some smaller schools who have said, no, like we're excellent at basketball and athletics, we can move up?
Yeah, so there's actually a few. William Aberhart, they kind of are on the cusp there. That number for 5A is 1,400. So if your population is above that, then you'll be considered 5A. And if you are a 5A school, you cannot move down. But if you are a 4A school, meaning you have under that 1,400 enrollment number, you can move up. And actually one of the really notable teams this year is Holy Trinity Academy out of Okotoks. And they're actually ranked 3rd in the province. And they're a smaller school. And they're actually a 4A size program. And yeah, they're going to be some serious contenders. So we're looking forward to seeing them.
Okay, now I mentioned that people can find the schedule online, but I believe Ainley, because you're with Ainley, right?
Yes, I am.
And Scona, I think, are listed as the co-host, but isn't this at gyms around the city, though?
Yes, so we are tomorrow we're at 4 sites specifically, Jasper Place, Ross Shep, Strathcona High School, and then us, Harry Ainley. And we kind of did it that way so we could distribute games a little bit, but it also gives our Edmonton teams an opportunity to host at least 1 to 2 games in their own gyms and play in front of their peers. So yeah, we're among 4 schools on Thursday, and then we actually switch to Seville on Friday and Saturday, and we'll be using their competition gym, which is new for us. So we're looking forward to that.
Amazing. Well, that's a great gym. Anybody who's been there will know that for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Pretty special guests for the opening ceremonies, I hear.
Yes. So we actually have Michelle and Catherine Plouffe, which is pretty cool for me because back in the day, I used to be a volleyball player in 2010, and I played against them in the provincial final, and we actually lost. So it's kind of a full circle moment for me having them come to our school and speaking to our athletes. And they're Olympians and they're huge names in Canadian basketball. So it'll be awesome for them to speak to our athletes on Thursday.
Yeah, they're very inspirational. So that'll be really cool. Now, I understand on the boys' side, don't we have an Edmonton team that's got a bit of a dynasty going here?
Yes, we have St. Francis Xavier. So they're defending Edmonton City champs. They've won 3 years in a row. So they definitely know how to win. They're coming in ranked number 1. So they're definitely that team to beat.
Okay. So this tomorrow morning, the game start already, is it?
Yeah, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. sharp. Our girls are playing up against William Aberhart. So that'll be good. And then following after that, our boys play at 10:45. This is just at Ainley, but yeah, all the other gyms will be running at the same time as well.
Okay, I got to ask you something here, and I talk about this on air. I've talked about it for years, even on my previous show. I mean, I cover Edmonton sports, but I didn't grow up in Edmonton, right? So I don't. Sometimes the high schools not escape me, but I'm going to be like, wait, which one is that again? What team name is that again? So sometimes for fun, I'll throw out to the listeners like, who's the best, who's the rivalry. I know Ainley is generally very good at sports. Like, what are some of, whether Ainley is involved or not, what are some of the big basketball rivalries between Edmonton schools going on right now?
Well, I mean, we are co-hosting with Strathcona this year, which feels like an oxymoron because they're usually our rivalries. They're always a significant team. The girls side, they're defending provincial champs and they're coached by Kyle Palmer, so they're pretty solid. And then their boys team, unfortunately, from Scona, beat our boys team in the semifinal to get into the city championship. So there's that rivalry. It's every year. It's like a coin toss of like who's got the better team. So it's fun, but also stressful because, we want to beat Scona and there is that friendly rivalry there.
Okay.
Fallon, so you said that the finals or Friday and Saturday will be held at the Seville Community Sports Center. When do the finals go? And if somebody out there's listening and they want to go, like, what's the information that they need to know?
Yeah. So if you want to stay up to date and access the draw, you go to SSA 5A Basketball Provincials, and there's a website there, and it has all the information, the schedule, and all of that. But honestly, on the Saturday, all the games are going to be phenomenal. It's a championship day. We got our bronze medal games that are starting right at noon, and then all the other games follow after that. So that's all day on Saturday. We got our bronze medals and then our gold medals, and then lots of exciting action on that Saturday.
Okay, well, this is incredible. Thanks for taking the time to join us. Hope it's a great weekend. I mean, hey, I'm biased towards an Edmonton school winning. I'm not going to lie to you. Of
course.
We don't need these Southern Albertans coming up here and winning provincials in Edmonton. All right. So,
I agree.
Thank you so much for hopping on. Hope it goes awesome. Say hi to Mr. Greenslade as well. He'll love that I called him that. Thank you so much for your time.
Amazing. Thanks, guys.
Fallon Middlemiss from Ainley. She's the chair of the 5A basketball tournament. So various gyms around the city, but how awesome to be at the Saville for
very cool
as you get through the tournament.
Well done.
Yeah, so that's really cool. I mean, look, this is probably bringing back memories for a lot of people. For some of us of a long time ago, maybe for some of you listening not that long ago. But there's something like if these tournaments, if your school is hosting, if your school is in it, they've made it pretty far, and now it's like, oh, who are we playing? And probably for a lot of these teams, like you're playing. Maybe teams you didn't play during the season. And now it's really like, okay, how are we going to do? But a lot of fun. Certainly, I'd imagine that a lot of students will be out watching.
Sure.
That's always amazing. So,
yeah, so
that's good stuff.
The finals go at Seville. And as Fallon mentioned, I mean, it's going all day. It starts all day at Seville and runs all day, sorry. But the finals for the girls would be at 5:30. And the girls would be at 3. The boys would be at 5:30.
Okay, on Saturday. Okay,
might have to go check that out.
Have to drop by.
Yeah, that's going to be some good basketball.
That's good. Really good stuff. That's Fallon Middlemiss. She's the chair of the 5A basketball tournament. And so now the 5A is new. So what'd she say? Over 1,400.
Over 1,400.
But if you're a smaller school, you can enter 5A.
Yeah, I mean, there's some smaller schools,
and you probably wouldn't enter 5A unless you knew you like. Let's face it.
Well.
It's not like the St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Boys is going 5A.
You want to watch some incredible women's basketball? You go watch this Raymond girls team, McGrath.
Right.
Raymond has a player in grade 10, Reid, who is the best player on their team. Pippa Gibb. Her dad's the coach. Her older sister was a BYU Conference All-Star this year.
Oh, really?
And another sister led Raymond to 3 straight championships before going to BYU as well. So this...
There's a pipeline there.
Pippa Gibb. Remember that name, folks. That is an incredible basketball
What were the two brothers? Was it the Betkers out of Raymond? And then they played U of C?
Beckering.
Henry
and I forget.
Yeah, I can't remember if they eventually went to the States or not.
Ran into the sister of the boys.
Okay.
Beckering, she coaches one of the basketball girls teams in Calgary.
Oh, amazing.
That we met up with at Provincials.
Okay.
Basketball families.
Yeah. And we'll have more basketball in a little over an hour when Paul Sir checks in, because there are some local stories for the NCAA tournament. Plus, let's face it, it's kind of just fun to fill out the bracket.
Well, you got to.
You have.
And if you haven't yet, you're going to want to listen to what Paul Sir. I have some questions, folks, that will help you with your bracket. And I want to know specifically if he thinks I've got a chance.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Doing the Lord's work. Jason Milne will explain after the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
Kind of a disrespectful number, in my opinion. Maybe the best team in the league for 3 months. You're going in to take on a Vegas team. Now, Vegas has won 2 in a row, but prior to that, they lost 6 of 7.
For a plus money underdog, I love Buffalo. I'll be betting Buffalo on its own tonight. I'll probably have them on a 3-gamer.
Big Buffalo Sabres night?
Down on Buffalo?
Yeah? I think it's a really good number on the Buffalo Sabres here.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood. Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
An update on Leon Draisaitl's injury. Oilers general manager Stan Bowman confirming that he will not require surgery, and if things go according to plan, Draisaitl will be back before or by the end of the regular season. Ice level, half a dozen games in the NHL. Pittsburgh, Sidney Crosby returns from injury to face Carolina. He's missed the past 11 games after getting banged up during the Olympics. Meanwhile, the Senators, they battle the Capitals. The Stars clash with the Avalanche out west, and the Ducks challenge the Flyers. From downtown E-Town, the Oil Kings duel the Hitmen at 7 o'clock. Edmonton looking to avenge a 3-1 loss to Calgary on Sunday. The Oil Kings good for third in the Eastern Conference. The Hitmen right behind them in fourth. Down south, ESPN reporting that the Eagles have acquired Andy Dalton from the Panthers in exchange for a 7th rounder in 2027. And to baseball, 7 games are alive in spring training, including the Brewers down 4-2 against the Angels, bottom 7th inning. The Jays, they get back at it tomorrow against the Yankees just after 11 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Raptors, they host the Bulls 6 o'clock tip-off there. Denver visits Memphis. The Lakers take on the Rockets, while Boston welcomes in Golden State, having 9 games in the association tonight. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, pleasure to have you joining us this afternoon. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. The Edmonton Oilers did not skate today. Hey, they won last night. Have they won 2 in a row?
Yes.
Can they match their season-long winning streak tomorrow night?
Yes.
Of 3 against the Florida Panthers, who are, they're not going to be in the playoffs, right? The Florida Panthers are second last in the Eastern Conference. They have 69 points. They are 13 points out of a playoff spot.
So here's a question. Hustler and I put this together a while ago. Oilers over 92.5 points. Panthers under 92.5 points.
Well, the Panthers are not getting to 92 points.
Panthers are not.
So how many points do the Panthers have left available? 30? The Panthers' high is 99. 99. So they'd need to get, over about 3/4 of their points?
Yeah, and that's very unlikely.
The Oilers getting to 92, they would need
16 more points. Over 92.5.
Oh, okay, over, sorry. So they would need to win 8 of their final 13 games?
It's
possible.
doable.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It's doable.
I don't
know if it's a lock, but it's doable.
I think they're going to
Florida will not.
But I think tomorrow is going to be much like it was last night. I think the Oilers are going to come out and dominate the Florida Panthers. I really do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, be nice. I mean, things can change a lot, right? Because now the Oilers are tied with the Ducks.
Yeah.
For first place. Anaheim, who are they playing again tonight? They're hosting the Flyers. Vegas.
Zegras revenge game?
Zegras out to get them. Vegas isn't playing. Vegas is struggling lately, 3-7 in its last 10. I'm really looking forward to the Oilers have 2 games remaining against Utah, both in Utah. I guess Salt Lake City. I want to see how those games look. Of course, I'm still thinking about the other games, and I know the Oilers have a lot of other games to play, but that's an interesting one to me because I think Utah is kind of a low-key dangerous team.
Ooh,
they're Unk.
Way to go, Unk.
They're FR.
Atta be, Ed.
And the first place team in the Pacific Division is very likely going to play Utah in the first round, which I think might be a tougher matchup than whoever plays second against third.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me ask, informal poll right now.
Sure.
Who would you feel best about the Oilers playing in the first round? Vegas? No, I'll flip that around. Who would worry you the most as an Oilers first round opponent out of these 3 teams? Anaheim, Vegas, or Utah? Is that even a question? I don't think it would be, personally, I don't think it would be Vegas anymore.
I don't think it's Vegas, but Anaheim's up there.
Maybe Anaheim would be up there.
I would say Anaheim's got to be up there, especially the way they've played the Oilers this year.
Right.
And they have that massive hunk of beef on the back end, Radko Gudas.
Right.
Who knows what he's capable of.
Should I put a Twitter poll up?
Yeah.
Which of these teams would worry you the most?
Run it for the next hour.
Till the end of the show, almost to the end of the show. Which of these teams would worry you the most as an Oilers first round opponent? Can we do it on YouTube as well?
Yeah, we just need.
Or does Coob have to do that?
Well, Coob just had to step out. So when he gets back, we'll throw it up in the chat. Sure.
Coob went to order some food. Can't wait till 5:20 when the barbecue is. So which of these teams would worry you the most as an Oilers first round opponent? Okay, so I'll do them alphabetically. So Anaheim would be first. Then Utah. Is U before V? Yes.
TUV, WXYZ.
Yeah. And we'll put the poll up for 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Do it on the fly.
Do it now.
Which of these teams would worry you the most as an Oilers first round opponent?
I'm telling you right now, my prediction is that Anaheim comes out at the top of that poll.
Casino Dealer J, Anaheim, because Gudas will probably injure one or more Oilers, which will affect the future rounds. So the Oilers won't get out unscathed, even if they win against Anaheim. So, yeah, but some crucial games coming up for the Oilers. I guess the spot they're in, they're kind of in one of these spots where the games are tense, but they're in much better spot than a couple other teams. Well, than several other teams.
Okay, so what was the question?
Which of these, how did I word it? No, I have too many tabs open on my computer. Which of these teams would worry you the most as an Oilers first-round opponent? Anaheim, Utah, Vegas. Because those are the likely matchups, right?
Yeah.
If you finish second or third, you're playing either Anaheim or Vegas, unless something crazily dramatic happens.
Anaheim,
and then if you win the division in the regular season, you're almost certainly getting Utah. I mean, Utah's likely going to get wild card 1 unless they play extremely poorly down the stretch.
There, I threw it up.
Now, I guess the wild card in this is what if Vegas just absolutely can't win and they get passed by San Jose or LA or Seattle and wind up in a wild card out of the playoffs. But we're going with the most likely scenarios right now.
Yeah. Have your say. The poll is up in the chat over on YouTube. And if you haven't yet, we're moving along quite nicely, Reid, but we could use some more thumbs.
Well, I better play the song for people. That always is inspirational.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Let's get over 100 as quickly as possible. It's the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. Okay. So, it's a close game. It's 3-3. They're going to work. They're forechecking. I wonder how many people, because somebody scores a goal, you're with somebody else, or you're in a group of people. There's always the goal identifier in the group, right? Or you just feel like you got to say the person's name.
What do you mean?
Well, like somebody scores. So say I do this a little bit. Like somebody scores, and it'll be like Matthew Awanek or Awanek.
Yeah.
How many people last night had to wait? Max Jones. Like kind of the of all people.
Yeah.
Max Jones gets the rebound. Coob, you okay?
I'm more than okay.
You're doing a great job.
Okay, thanks.
Did you put the poll on YouTube, or did you?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay, good.
Oh, great.
I got
We
you,
thought we needed you to do it. What was your reaction? Were you like Max Jones?
Yeah, I was like, great, there we go. And I was at Boston Pizza, and everyone exploded.
I'm sure in the rink there were people up cheering, and then leaning over to whoever at their game with and be like, "Who got that? Who was that? Is that the guy they just called up?" Like, I know Oilers fans are knowledgeable. I'm not trying to say you don't know who the players are, but when an Oilers goal is scored, there are certain assumptions, and then if those assumptions aren't on the ice, then there's kind of that next level of assumption.
That's good.
And I would think if you saw a goal with forechecking, puck out of the corner, banged in, maybe before you've seen the line, you're thinking, Podkolzin again? Like, who's going to the net? I know the show shoots the other way. Like, even I watching the game, I'm like, that was Max Jones. I'm like, that was Max Jones. And you know what? Look, he knows the fourth line role on this team.
Obviously being on the fourth line and being on the first line are two different roles, completely different roles. And we're more focusing on, hitting, creating a little chaos, getting pucks back on the forecheck, and then being good defensively. And the odd time, you get some good chances. And I feel like our line has worked really well together as a fourth line to find chances. And, obviously then they'll start going in. And, at the end of the day, that's huge for, our team to, help those top guys. And, they're going to score, obviously, but if we can help chip in a little bit, it makes the games a little bit easier.
6 minutes and 56 seconds, Reid.
Okay, not a lot.
That is the time on ice for number 46, the game-winning goal scorer, Max Jones. 4 hits, Reid. Okay, and where did that goal come from, and how did it end up in the back of the net?
Yeah.
Hard work. This is, this is Curtis Lazar 2.0. He's taken on the Lord's work. How happy should Oilers fans be that they roll out another competent, understanding, realistic fourth line player that knows his role? I'll tell you one thing, Reid. I bet you nobody had this on their bingo card last night. Oh, your 3 stars of the game. Max Jones, first star. Adam Henrique, second star. Connor Murphy, third star.
Right.
Going into yesterday's game, that was topic number 1. Next man up. Next man up. Some say that is a thing. Some say that's not a thing. That is a thing. And those guys responded. I mean, Adam Henrique, 2 assists. Awesome. You know, when you feel the pressure and you say, okay, our guy's down, we need to pick it up. Exactly what Max Jones said there. A goal by that line takes off so much pressure from the top guys. And I'll tell you what, after that second period, the Oilers that second period. You're thinking, oh, 2-0 in control. Bang, 2-1, bang, 2-2. The fourth line comes out and steadies the ship. That is excellent for this team moving forward.
Well, and I think, and you know, we'll see. It will be tough without Leon Draisaitl. I mean, clearly the power play wasn't as good. Was the power play not 0 for 4? Didn't generate what they would usually generate. McDavid still played a lot.
The power play was 1 for 4.
Who got the power play goal?
Nugent Hopkins.
Oh yeah, Nuge. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I still didn't think it was quite as dangerous. Well, that, by the way, that was a great shot by Nuge.
3-2, then 3-3. Sorry.
Yes.
I was forgetting about the Orlov beauty early in the game. Second of the season.
Yeah. And again, what do we see from Ingram? He doesn't get beat on stuff that you question. You know, you got to get a tap in or a tip or something like that, a breakaway. So McDavid played 24-52. That was a lot. Now, they did have the 4 power plays, so that'll inflate the ice time a little bit. He didn't have a spectacular game. Now, he's going head-to-head against Celebrini a lot, who it was very good.
Impressive.
Gager, was it not Gager talking about him earlier, saying that this, or was it Rashog this morning? I can't remember.
Rashog saw him in person at the Olympics.
And then was saying he saw him last night.
Last night was even another level.
Right. But there might have been some shifts where Celebrini and McDavid almost canceled each other out.
Sure.
Okay, so who else is going to score? Who else is going to get a point? So that's what's huge. Now, Celebrini, though he was very good, did not get a point in the game. McDavid got 1. So this was going to come down to some other guys. This was going to come down to the Orloffs and the Sherwoods and was it Regenda, not Remenda, on the teams. So Henrique gets a couple of goals. Murphy gets his first as an Oiler. And I thought Frederick played well. He got an assist. And then, of course, Jones gets the game-winning goal. I still would like, maybe I'm nitpicking here, it would still be nice in a game like that if you could find an extra shift or 2 for those guys. You know? Like, that's still not a lot of ice time. Like, if the Oilers would have lost that game, I think maybe we'd be saying, why can't you find another shift for Max Jones along the way? I realize some of that is situational, special teams late in the game. It was a 2-goal lead, so a bit of an early goalie pull, I suppose. But at least they're making the most of those opportunities.
Can I ask you something? That late penalty that Kiefer Sherwood took on Connor McDavid when he was great. Why was Kiefer Sherwood so upset?
I didn't see.
He was livid in the penalty box.
Nobody ever thinks they committed a penalty.
Wow, this was a little extra.
Didn't he get called for tripping? What was the call again?
Well, I mean,
where's my game sheet?
Yeah, I got called for tripping on the play, and watching the broadcasts, they thought that the hand went up on the secondary contact with the stick. So the initial sort of rush toward McDavid was actually a tripping call, but what Kiefer Sherwood did wasn't tripping.
Well, McDavid's a step away from being awarded a goal, because if he's around the guy, right, they're going to award a goal in that situation. A little bit more from Max Jones on the team and his line picking up the slack with no Leon.
At the end of the day, we're a team. Everyone's got to pull their weight, and you can't just replace Leon. It's hard to, he's an elite player. So we all got to, pull a little bit more, and that's just from the top down. So we knew that's what we needed to do, and we're just trying our best every night to bring that.
And Max Jones, of course, this season with the Oilers in the minors going up and down.
Yeah, it's tough. they've been really good to me here in terms of communication and just the situation I'm kind of in. So it's been really good. My communication with Knobber and you know, the staff it's been every day almost, you know. So it's to me, it's hard to get discouraged when you have that communication. You know, they're honest with me. They tell me what's going on, and I know what's going on. So I just got to do my work at the end of the day, go to the rink and control what I can control, and you know, whether it's here or down there, and just got to keep moving forward and help the team.
Look, valuable player. He's not a young kid. He knows how he has to play. You know, he said it. You love scoring goals, but it's also his job to go out there and hit and grind and create space and ice time and territory for the skilled players who are coming next. Adam Henrique has known Jones a while. You'd love to see him score last night.
You know, I know Jonesy for a long time, and that's his game, and he's done a great job. You know, it's tough going up and down, going back and forth, and I thought he did a great job last time he was up, just playing that hard, simple game. And then, you know, different reasons have to go back down, cap, all that kind of stuff plays into it. It's never an easy thing to go through or accept. I think he's done a great job, you know, obviously building and having that consistency down there, just waiting for that opportunity up here. And tonight I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, big performance. You know, Henrique is, a lot of us, me included, have been critical of Henrique's game and where he's at in his career. He was good last night.
Stepped up.
And you know, the Podkolzin goal, you know what I liked about the Podkolzin goal? First of all, they worked to get it open. That was Frederick and Henrique on the forecheck again. And they got Podkolzin the puck in a dangerous area of the ice. Then you know what he did? He shot the puck. He didn't think, oh, I have the puck in a great shooting position. I better start a 15-pass cycle sequence.
Yeah.
He fired it on the net.
Yeah.
And good for him. What's he up to now? 16?
Yeah, should be, yeah.
Shot at 20 for Podkolzin. That'd be amazing. Good for him. 780-218-9999 if you want to text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Coming up, is it tomorrow already, George Thorogood? Ooh. George Thorogood and the Destroyers are back at the venue. Baddest show on earth tour. You can check for tickets at rivercreeresort.com. Go to that website, look at all the other great shows they have coming up, and snap up your tickets. Great information next from Jay on what the Oilers did last night that is actually quite rare. And he also found out even rarer circumstances related to the same topic. I love this. I think you're going to as well. Coob first.
Leon Draisaitl will not require surgery to fix his lower body injury, according to Oilers general manager Stan Bowman. Bowman said if things go to plan, Draisaitl will return to the Oilers lineup by the end of the regular season. On tap tonight in the NHL, Pittsburgh, Sidney Crosby is back from injury to face Carolina. He's missed the past 11 games after getting banged up during the Olympics. That goes at 5 o'clock with the Devils and Rangers matching up at that same time. And at 5:30, Ottawa visits Washington. From downtown Edmonton, the Oil Kings duel the Hitmen at 7 o'clock. Edmonton losing 3-1 to Calgary in their last game on Sunday. And down south, ESPN has reported the Eagles have acquired Andy Dalton from the Panthers in exchange for a 7th-round pick in 2027. Over to baseball. Live action in spring training. 6 games are live. End of the 7th. The Reds trailing the Angels by 3 runs. It's 7-4 for Los Angeles. And over to the hardwood. The Raptors host the Bulls at 6 o'clock. Elsewhere, Denver visits Memphis. The Lakers take on the Rockets while Boston welcomes in Golden State, having 9 games around the association. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Jay has some stats regarding the Oilers next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Gazdick is our GS Construction Hockey Insider today.
You want to give him 8-10 minutes, let him go run wild on the fourth line. He finishes all his checks and he'll chip in offensively here and there. It's going to take 14 forwards and it's going to take 8D if they want to get this thing done. So why not have a guy like Max Jones chip in along the way?
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, we got a limerick that came in here from Library Pat. Reid, I felt this was appropriate to read it right now, okay? The Oilers jumped into the breach. No need for the fans to impeach. 10 forwards had points. No one hurt any joints. A playoff spot well within reach.
Oh, very good.
Very good, Library Pat.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Alan Walsh, agent, tweeting out about an hour ago, hearing there was a heated exchange between Gary, I think he means Bettman, and an NHL GM during the GM meetings. The GM said to Gary that it appears the league has relaxed its standards on headshots. Gary was irate with the question and blasted the GM. Alan Walsh adding, this GM has my vote for GM of the year. Didn't say who it was.
To be a fly on the wall.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Jay and I are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Dive into the wing flavor of the month at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy white cheddar. Rich, cheesy, and smooth like your favorite white cheddar popcorn, but on a saucy wing. Try them before they're gone. Rich, cheesy, and smooth would also describe some of the stats and research work that Jason Milne has done today.
Well, I mean, the story last night in terms of Oilers' offensive play was what, Reid?
Well, they got a variety of guys contributing.
Sure. 10 forwards to be exact.
Right.
Had one or more points.
Right.
And you think, wow. I mean, there's only 12 forwards on the ice. That's pretty good. That's really good.
That's really good.
That's fantastic.
I can't argue with that.
That can't happen all that often.
No, it can't.
It can't.
How could it?
It mustn't. Well, I went and dove in.
Okay.
Said, this is interesting. And most of this, well, all of this was just for my personal understanding.
Mm-hmm.
But when I spoke to you and mentioned it to you, you found it to be quite interesting.
Extremely.
So 10 forwards with one or more points. Do you know that's the second time this season that has happened with the Edmonton Oilers?
Well, I do now because you showed me some of this.
Right.
So I didn't know that.
So
I wouldn't have known that.
This happened previously this season, on December 6th versus Winnipeg. So Nuge, McDavid, Hyman, Draisaitl, Savoy, Podkolzin, Lazar, Janmark, Tomaszek, and Trent Frederick.
All got at least a point.
All got at least
and what was
a
that
point.
one? 6-2 over the Jets?
Final score 6-2.
Okay, so pretty good.
So I have access to one of the greatest stats machines out there.
Right.
And they are at the NHL head office. We've joked about where they actually sit
Yeah.
within the head office of the NHL. But I just said, look, I want to know how often this has happened in Oilers history. And not only 10, but more.
Okay, so how many? Oh, sorry.
No. So 10 forwards to score at least 1 point.
So here's the thing, and Jay's going to obviously give you the answer. So just in your own head, wherever you are, driving, work, not working, like at work but not working. The answer in your own head, how many times do you think 10 forwards have registered at least a point in an Oilers game? I was way under.
At least 10 forwards.
Right. Well,
Okay.
yeah, starting with 10. At least 10 forwards. Because didn't I say in the teens, or did I say higher, or did I say 40-something for this?
Yeah, you said I believe in the teens.
I didn't say very many.
So the number of times that this has happened, 69 times in franchise history.
Okay.
But
So like 1 1/3 per year approximately?
right.
Yeah.
But sometimes that there's more than 10 players that contribute.
Sure.
So
this is just forwards.
This is
so the
just
the
forwards.
Murphy goal last night and all that doesn't count. for
Correct.
this. Okay.
So how many times do you think Oilers forwards in the franchise history, 11 Oilers forwards have recorded a point in a game?
Okay. Well, if it's 69 times for 10,
But included in that is 11 and 12.
No, I understand,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're weeding it out.
So it's 69. Yeah, you're right.
So I'd say it'll drop down to 22 with 11 forwards.
15 times.
15 times. Okay.
How many instances, Reid, have there been where 12 forwards have registered a point or more?
That would be every forward dressed for a game.
Correct.
And this would, so I'm guessing this maybe hasn't happened after 1990. Maybe you have all the games. So I'm guessing this is a very small number. Now, they did score a lot in the 80s. They had games where they got 12 or 13 or 8 or 9. So I'm going to say, I'll say 3. I'll say thrice because I like the word thrice. I'll say it's happened thrice.
It's happened 5 times.
5 times that basically every forward who dressed for the Oilers got at least a point in a game.
Correct.
Okay.
So 12 players did it 5 times, 11 players 15 times, and 46 times it's happened where it was only 10 forwards. Okay, let's dive into this 5 instances, Reid, because I know you love trivia.
I do.
You love looking back on things like this. So let's not just say, okay, who are the goal scorers? Let's try and find out, or have you figure out, of those 5 times that all 12 forwards had a point or more.
Yeah.
What years did that happen? Do you think?
Okay, I'm going to say there's nothing after 1990.
That's incorrect. In fact, Reid, 3 of the 5 instances happened after 1990.
No way.
Way.
Okay, I will say that there's only 1 this century.
Incorrect. There are none.
There are none so 3 in the 90s and 2 in the 80s.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to say that the 3 in the 90s were all before 1994. No, they did have that game, I think, in 96? They beat Calgary 10-1.
Once again, incorrect. The 3 times in the 90s that this happened, December 18th, 1991, against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay.
Edmonton won 7-5. They had 12 forwards register a point.
At least a point. So that's pretty good because on 7 goals, there's only 21 opportunities to get a point.
That's really good. The next one's even more impressive.
Okay.
The next one happened on October 8th, 1993.
Okay.
When the Oilers hosted the New York Islanders and won, Reid. They won 5-1.
They won 5-1 at all 12 forwards. So that's only 15 possibilities for points. That's crazy.
Now, do you want to try? Well, okay, let's do the final one that happened in the 90s.
Was it that 10-1 win over the Flames?
No,
whatever it was.
This happened in 1999.
Really?
January 1st. So this was the 98-99 season. The Edmonton Oilers were at Phoenix and won by the score of 7-1.
Oh, okay.
Name the point getters, Reid.
Jeez.
What was the
date?
This is January 7th, 1999, Edmonton Oilers, 12 players with 1 or more points.
Wait.
Well, I gotta look here. No.
He was not in that game? He was still on the team then, wasn't he?
He didn't.
They don't have him?
He wasn't part of the players that registered.
Marchand.
Marchand, yes.
Guerin? Was he already there?
Guerin, yes.
Guerin. Larac?
Yes.
99. This is really testing my memory. Greer?
Correct. You're doing really good.
Well, that's only... So Doug Waite was not in the... Because Doug Waite was still there January 99. Didn't he leave in the summer of 2000? Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe he was out.
I don't think Arnott was there anymore. Wasn't he already gone?
Correct.
Yeah,
Arnott was not there.
Arnott was gone, so he's off. Help me out in the nasty chat, folks. McCammond. There's from Casino Dealer J.
Dean McCammond. Correct.
McCammond is one of them.
1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points.
Okay. Don't think Chimera would have been there.
You're accurate.
Brodziak wouldn't have been there.
Nope.
Comrie?
Nope.
Comrie wasn't there. No, he wasn't there yet. Oh my goodness.
Boyd?
Oh, Boyd Devereaux.
Boyd Devereaux
was on that team.
1 goal, 1 assist.
This is hard.
How many have you named?
I got 6.
So only
and
6
Doug
more
Waite's
to go.
Not one of them. That's crazy.
You're missing one of the greatest Oilers of all time.
Oh, Ryan Smith.
Correct.
Okay, Ryan Smith. Yeah, I should have got that sooner. That's what. Bookberger? He was gone. Who else do I want to think of here?
When I think of this player, I think of...
Was Carter there?
No.
Okay. Oh, yeah, somebody just put Carter in the chat. That's wrong.
I think of the San Jose Sharks when I think of this player.
Whitney?
No.
You think of the San Jose Sharks when you think of this player.
I think I should. Pat.
Oh, Falloon.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Pat Falloon was there.
One player was nicknamed the Gem.
Rem Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hemsky wouldn't have been there yet. No.
Correct. So you're missing 3 players, right?
Yeah. Well, you've helped me on the last 4 of them. Oh, VR put in Falloon. Yeah, we already got that. Who are other forwards? Morrow wouldn't have been there. No, that was way before him.
Mats
Lindgren?
Yeah.
Seriously? Okay. For some reason, I was thinking he was there later, but he was already there. Not Josh Green.
No.
Okay, were the other 2 guys on the 06 team? Probably no, they wouldn't have been on
I
the
don't
06
think so.
team. This is really good. So Marchand, Guerin, Larac, Greer, McCammon, Devereaux, Smith, Falloon, Rem Murray, Mats Lindgren.
This player played for the Oilers for 3 years. 98-99 was the final season.
Okay.
Other teams included Quebec, obviously Colorado, when they moved Montreal.
Kovalenko?
Yes.
It's Kovalenko?
Andrei Kovalenko.
Okay.
And your last player Your last player.
Okay, I got a couple guesses from people. Somebody said Paul Comrie. It wasn't Paul Comrie.
No.
Nedved?
No.
Baranek? It's Joseph Baranek. Thank you
Joseph
to
Baranek.
Casino Dealer Jay. What a collection. So they beat Phoenix 7-1. Do you have the box score for the game?
I don't.
I wonder who was on defense. Oilers, Coyotes. Let's see if we can get it here.
January 7th, 1999.
Where is it? Here it is. 7-1. So the Oilers defensemen in that game were Sean Brown, Boris Mironov, Musil, Niinema, Poti, and Todd Reardon. And the goalie was Bob Essenza. Now, maybe this is why this game is not celebrated as much, because Bob Essenza made 44 saves on 45 shots. The Oilers were outshot 45-35 and won the game 7-1.
Wow.
So that's a historic game for the Oilers. All 12 forwards got a point. Niinema on defense got a point. Well, he was the only defenseman to get a point, oddly enough. Okay. That is crazy, man. Oh, no, wait a minute. I was looking at the wrong column. Oh, no, that stands up. Yeah, Mironov didn't have a point. Niinema had an assist. There it is. So we're not done. We got 2 more games. So those games were in the 80s.
The other 2 games were in the 80s, yes.
83-84.
No.
86-87.
No, you're around it, though.
85-86.
85-86.
Okay.
The opponent was Vancouver. Vancouver was in Edmonton. Would you like to guess the score?
Wasn't there a 13-4 game?
Oh, good one. 13-0.
Oh, it was 13-0.
The Oilers won on November 8th, 1985.
November 8th, 85. 13-0 against Van.
Are you going to try this one?
We'll do it when we get back.
Yeah, we got it.
We'll do it when we get back. I'll try this one.
Yeah, this one and the one that happened in the 82-83 season. It happened December 4th.
There'd be a lot of crossover, I would think.
Calgary visiting Edmonton. And Edmonton won 7-5. There would be a lot of crossover. So we're going to do
try
the
13-0
game. Yeah.
Okay, I'll work on my list so it's ready when we get back.
Okay.
Go ahead, Coop.
Oilers general manager Stan Bowman gave an update on Leon Draisaitl, confirming that he does not require surgery, and if things go according to plan, Draisaitl will return to the Oilers roster by the end of the regular season. On tap tonight, Pittsburgh, Sidney Crosby returns from injury to face Carolina. He's missed the past 11 games after going down during the Olympics. Meanwhile, the Senators, they battle the Capitals out in Washington. The Stars clash with the Avalanche, and it's the Ducks challenging the Flyers. From downtown E-Town, the Oil Kings duel the Hitmen at 7 o'clock. Edmonton losing 3-1 to Calgary in their last game on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Raptors host the Bulls. 6 o'clock tip-off for that one. We also see Denver at Memphis. The Lakers taking on the Rockets, while Boston and Golden State throw down, having 9 games around the association. And tipping off in March Madness. First 4 action, 1 games live. Prairie View A&M up 5-2 early on Lehigh. About 17 minutes left to go in the first half in that one. And at 7:15, SMU and Miami, Ohio, tip off. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
He always has a book, and like the bookmarks at the beginning. And he's like, he's always, and then when they ask him, or it's like, what's your favorite part? And then he'll never have a favorite part. It's always like, there's just too many to choose from. Yeah. There are some great videos out there of LeBron James just trying to lie his way through things, and you're like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Ask
Spring. Ready to start your spring organizing? Create space in your garage, closets, and basement with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province. There has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery. All in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, let's get to this. Our special guest is here.
Correct.
Barbecue Pitmaster.
Yes.
Mel Schmiller Jr., Dark Side of the Grill, if you want to look him up online. He's got some events coming up with the Canadian Brewhouse, so he's going to be feeding us at around 5:20, I guess, eh? This is going to be incredible. He's got quite the story. We love great food. We love great stories. We got both coming up. Paul Sir in about 15 minutes for a little NCAA hoops talk, maybe some bracket advice. We'll see how far he goes.
Yes.
And I got to finish off my trivia here, and Jay's got something else in buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. Okay, so I got a list of 12 forwards who all got at least 1 point in a 13-0 win over the Vancouver Canucks on November 8th, 1985.
Yes.
On only 5 occasions in Oilers history have 12 forwards registered a point in the same game.
Can I give you a fun fact from that game?
Yes.
One player had a hat trick. No, 5 points, sorry. One player had 5 points on his own.
On his own. Okay.
But this is for players forwards that had 1 point or more.
All right, let's see how I can do. Gretzky. Curry. Messier. Anderson. Krushelnyski. Lumley. Semenko. McClelland?
No.
Okay.
No, you're right.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I didn't look. I promise I didn't look it up during the commercial break. You were here the whole time.
So how many of you guessed?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 2/3. Not bad. Posar?
No.
Okay. Hunter? No, those were the 10 I came up with, so I got 9 out of the 10. I just would be grasping at straws here for some of the other guys. Linsman?
No.
Acton?
No.
Courtnall?
No.
He was later. I'm going to need hints for the final 3. Have you heard of them?
Yeah. Mike?
Well, I said Krushelnyski.
Oh, you said Krushelnyski.
Yeah,
Who am I missing here? Oh.
What happened?
Well, one of these people have been on the Hangout.
One of these people. Oh, McTavish.
Yes.
Yeah, McT. Oh, that's awful. I should have got McT. If he hears this, he's going to be disappointed. So McT. So I need 2 more. So Simpson wasn't there yet. Kent Nielsen, was he there?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I thought I'd guess him. North American or European? Do you know?
One was born in Toronto. Played for the Oilers for 3 seasons.
Okay.
Started in Montreal. Went to Minnesota, Edmonton, and finished off his career in Buffalo.
A forward. Montreal. What was the order? Minnesota?
No, Montreal.
Yeah.
For 6 seasons.
Did he win a cup in the late 70s?
78, 70, yeah.
Okay.
Then Minnesota for 2 seasons. Oilers for 3 seasons. Then finished off his career
went
in
to
Buffalo.
Who was that? Geez, I'm probably missing somebody obvious. Who was that?
His 10th overall pick to Montreal in 1977.
I don't know. Danny Gare.
First name Mark.
I'm lost.
Mark Napier.
Oh, Napier. I should have got that. Crap. Okay. Mark Napier, who I've interviewed. I wonder how many of those guys I've interviewed. Everybody that I've listed off so far, I've interviewed at least once. So I got one more guy.
This player came from the same place that Jari Kurri did.
Another Finnish player?
Yes. 6th round draft pick by Edmonton in 1982. This player played 6 seasons in the NHL. First 4 were with Edmonton.
Okay.
Finished off his career in Vancouver.
Well, Siltanen was a defenseman. It wasn't him. Who would this be? Who was another Finnish player on those teams?
Former coach of the Finnish national team.
Oh, jeez. I'm blanking. We better just wrap her up here.
Raimo Suominen.
Suominen.
Raimo Suominen.
All right.
Say that 10 times.
Well, I did okay.
You did really good.
I mean, I got
really well.
like getting Krushelnyski, Lumley, Semenko, and McClelland. It's pretty good. Getting Hunter, I took a stab at Pozar. Disappointed I didn't get McT. Napier, maybe on a better day I would have got. I don't know if I would have remembered Suominen. And so then they also did it December 4th, 82 in a 7-5 win.
Correct.
Okay, so those are incredible stats. So now you know 69 times, including last night, the Oilers have had 10 forwards get a point in a game. It's happened 11 times. Sorry, it's happened 15 times with 11 or more forwards, and only 5 times 12 forwards get a point in the same game.
Fantastic.
So who didn't get it last night? Who were the guys that didn't get points? Who ruined it? Szymanski?
Yeah, Szymanski.
Who was our other one?
Kapanen.
Oh, Kapanen.
Kapanen.
Oddly enough. Yeah, you would have probably said Kapanen before Jones if you were listing 10.
Well, you probably would have said
last
Frederick,
night.
but
yeah, good point.
Frederick has been involved in both the games this
incredible
year.
research.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, that's
Frederick has
Frederick's
been involved.
One of the 10.
Yeah.
All right. Buying or selling for Damon Bunting? We're still going, Coop. We're still going.
It's all right.
Tell the band to wait.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place. I'm sorry,
Tell
boys.
the band to wait.
Put your instruments away.
Jay's got a buying or selling.
Well, I just want to know. I want to know, Reid, what your thoughts are on this. Because obviously Connor Ingram has emerged as the number 1 goalie. He's playing well. He's not putting up historic numbers by any means, but he's playing well. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. If he can keep the opponent to 2 or 3 goals, the Oilers should win.
Yes.
Okay, which he's been doing. What did I see? Yeah. This month, he hasn't lost in regulation. He's 4-0-1.
Okay.
I'm just wondering about Tristan Jarry now. Because, I've said this. I said, ride Ingram as long as you can. He hasn't played that many games this season, so I don't think you'd be wearing him down. But would you buy or sell that the only time that Tristan Jarry would start a game would be on that back-to-back that's coming up April 7th and 8th.
Right.
In Utah, in San Jose. Or Connor Ingram has a really rough game. Or the Oilers have solidified their playoff spot.
I think if Ingram has a really bad game and even gets pulled, he's still starting the next game.
Okay.
If he has 2 bad games in a row, then maybe Jarry gets a start. Jarry's clearly starting one of the halves in the back-to-back next month. And then maybe, it could depend on how the standings are going. Maybe if they feel, okay, Ingram perhaps just needs a night off. Or, let's face it, every day is a work day for these guys. If Jarry looks like he's improving in practice and looks more comfortable in practice and is working, then maybe you want to reward him with a start if it's appropriate. But yes, I do not think we're going to see a lot of them. I think between now and the end of the season, it's maximum 3 starts for Jarry. Maximum. That might even be high.
Might
be maximum 2.
And would you disagree with that? Because that's
no, of course I wouldn't. Ingram's been good.
That's not the way that most NHL goaltending tandems would operate.
No.
Right? You'd think Jarry would have 3 or 4 games at least.
Yeah, I mean, somebody last night on the postgame show said this team feels a little bit like 2006. I don't know about that. But one thing that did happen in 2006 is once they got Dwayne Rolson, he played every game until the last game of the year and after the trade deadline. And we could see that with Ingram, even though he didn't join the team at the same part, where it's just like, okay, Ingram, you got to get us into the playoffs, and then you got to keep going from there.
Well, and I know Joaquin on the postgame last night, former NHL goalie, said, no, ride him.
Yeah.
Keep him going. The worst, what Ingram does not want is a night off. If it's going well, keep it going and let him sharpen those senses. However, because he hasn't played that many games this year.
Yeah, and again, I think if he has even if he has a bad game and gets pulled, I think it's Ingram the next game. If he has 2 in a row, then maybe they might say, okay, man, you need a break. You're not performing. We got to go to the other guy we're not sure about. Okay, more on the Oilers in the final hour of the show. Some basketball talk when we come up. We're going to have Mel Schmiller as well at around 5:20 in studio. I don't know what he's cooking up for us, but it's part of a deal here with the Canadian Brewhouse, which is going to be incredible. But Paul Surf for some local angles to the NCAA tournament when we get back.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hire it or fire it. That period plus is the launching point for a good end of the season for Tristan Jarry.
Hire it. Sometimes the best way to get out of a slump for a goaltender is to not be able to have any preparation whatsoever. And just be like, where's my helmet? Do I have my glove? Did I tape my stick? And you're just trying to get
2
out
guys
there.
and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Spring. Ready to start your spring organizing? Create space in your garage, closets, and basement with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Oilers general manager Stan Bowman gave an update on Leon Draisaitl's injury, confirming that he does not require surgery, and if things go according to plan, Draisaitl will return to the Oilers lineup by the end of the regular season. On tap tonight, Pittsburgh, Sidney Crosby hits the ice. He returns from injury facing Carolina. He's missed the past 11 games after getting banged up during the Olympics. That goes in just a moment, with the Devils and Rangers matching up as well. And at 5:30, Ottawa visits Washington. Locally, the Oil Kings joust with the Hitmen at 7 o'clock. Edmonton losing 3-1 to Calgary in their last game on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Raptors, they host the Bulls at 6. Elsewhere, Denver visits Memphis. The Lakers take on the Rockets, while Boston welcomes in Golden State, having 9 games in the NBA tonight. Over to March Madness, Lehigh and Prairie View A&M. About halfway through the first half, Lehigh with a 17-15 lead, and at 7:15, SMU and Miami, Ohio tip off. In baseball, a pair of games are live in spring training. The D-backs thumping the Cubs 16-7, top of the 8th inning. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. 2 minutes after 5. Oilers off day today. They've won 2 in a row. They will play the Florida Panthers tomorrow, 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. Our GCL Diesel pregame show, hosted by Tom Gazzola, will commence at 6 p.m. We'll have plenty of game prep for you here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Sean Bell's going to join us from Hello Hockey and several other EST programs. And Doug Plagans, who I may be taking to an Edmonton establishment tonight to experience our wonderful community.
Well, lucky you.
Play-by-play voice for Florida Panthers, scheduled to join us as well. Well, I hope after I'm taking him out for a beer, he comes on the show tomorrow.
I hope so, too. If this goes sideways, we're only blaming you.
That's right. If he's like, I'm not coming on anymore. We have the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Love talking to this guy. Of course, long time with Basketball Alberta, with Basketball Canada, with 3x3, and you also get him on Hoop City. It is Paul Sir checking in. Paul, it's Reid and Jay. How are you?
Well, I'm better now. Little tick. You're taking out obscure announcers from south of the border for beers, and I get nothing out of the deal.
Well, you'll get something eventually.
But it is hockey. What am I saying? It is hockey.
Well, it is. And Doug's been a good friend over the years. I know he's a bit of an honorary Edmontonian with how much time the Panthers spent here the last two Junes. And no, everybody, I don't hate the broadcasters from other teams. If everybody's like, why is Reid friends with the Florida Panthers guy? Because we had nothing to do with the results of those series, everybody. So calm down. How are you doing, buddy? How's all the Hoop City stuff going, and all your other ventures? Because you're like the most involved, energetic basketball guy that I know.
I'm still running on fumes, but I'm doing really well. Just Hoop City. We'll have announcements next week about what's going to happen. We are going to be running a couple of local events for junior high and high schools, and also and this is something I'm really excited about. It'll be announced formally at a press conference. You, Reid, and Jay get the scoop on it. We'll be announcing as well a community league endeavor with 3x3 down at the new Warehouse Park downtown. So what we're trying to do is trying to get 3x3 more into the basketball into the sports ecosystem around the city, and get more kids in particular, but adults too, just playing. We're working on some corporate challenge stuff like that. The major event, we'll see. It's kind of up in the air right now for a variety of reasons, but we're still hoping that we'll be able to announce that next week.
Okay.
Yeah, and plus I'm doing some writing now, just stuff that old people, when they're retiring, read. And Jay, that's what you start doing. I haven't started painting yet or sculpture, but I am writing.
Well, I probably told my dad started painting, and is quite prolific. He does
good
art walk every year. So yeah, maybe you can team up someday. See,
that ain't happening. Yeah. I don't think the market for stickmen is real vast, but the writing I really enjoy, and then of course podcasting, etc. So keeping busy with hoops.
Well, and it's a fun week for basketball. We talked a little bit about the 5A high school tournament that's starting tomorrow here in Edmonton. We had a bit of a preview of that earlier. And NCAA, I mean, it technically started last night, but for a lot of people, maybe the bracket deadline is tonight or tomorrow morning. But what's up with some of the local or Alberta content that we might see in the NCAA here?
Well, I'll just a real quick comment on 5A. I am so glad that 5A is a reality now in our province. Back, Reid, when you and I worked together, about a year after you left Alberta basketball, I pitched the ASAA on a 5A league. Now, I don't want to take any credit for it because that's so far in the mothballs, but knew it had to happen, glad it did, where the elite schools get a chance to compete against each other. I think that's just fabulous.
Yeah.
We've got 3 Albertans on the men's side in March Madness. We've got J.C. Brooks. He's at Tennessee State. And we also have from Edmonton, Mariel Aquintock. He plays for Texas Tech. And then a redshirt, Onyx Nani, is with Southern Florida. So we've got 3 Albertans, 2 Edmontonians in March Madness this year. We don't have any. Unlike with Yvonne Edgem in the past, we don't have any girls from Alberta playing in March Madness. And Delaney Gibb, the outstanding player from Raymond, the BYU Cougars didn't make it. So, but we do at least have a presence. And here's an interesting stat, guys. We now have, I believe it is 15 guys, and I think it's 6 Alberta girls that are playing Division I basketball.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
10 years ago, it was, you could count on less than one hand.
Right.
So it's great to see.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Paul Sir joining us, host of Hoop City, joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Okay. I've been telling everybody, if you have questions about your brackets, don't worry. Paul's going to tell you who's going to win, you're going to.
Sure he is.
You're like the Rain Man when it comes to brackets. So let's dive into this tournament, okay? But first thing I want to start with is something that's, it not only happened in NCAA basketball, but it's happened all around the NCAA, is the introduction of NIL, name, image, and likeness. There's a lot of money being thrown around and a lot of players transferring from school to school. No longer are you having a player sit and take their 4 years at one school. The question I have about that is, with all this movement and with schools being able to attract student athletes with money, NIL money, et cetera, is that leading? Do you think that'll lead to less of the big upsets at this year's March Madness tournament?
I'm glad you said that, Jay. I wrote about that this week, saying exactly that. I don't know if it'll be this year. I think it will be, but I'm not 100% sure. But I believe it certainly will be moving forward. It's going to be much, much harder for the mid-majors to put together enough talent to compete with the Blue Bloods. I would say like 1 through 4 is going to be really tough in terms of seeding in your pools. But this year, there's still a couple of maybes. But no, it just comes down to raw economics. Like you said, like if, and by the way, the Rain Man comparison, I would be like Dustin Hoffman getting all the phone numbers wrong. So it would be, I'd recite them. They wouldn't be right. But so that's how reliable my bracket will be, everybody. But I think but I think it's changing the landscape. If you were picked up by aliens 5 years ago and you were really a basketball fan and they dropped you back today, you'd think you were on a different planet. Because in 5 years, the whole landscape has changed so dramatically with NIL, the transfer portal, JUCO, junior college no longer counts against your college eligibility. Like it is completely blown up the basketball landscape. And to your point, Jay, it is going to change it because it will come down to who can pay the most for the best players. It also has some other interesting effects, including on Canadian university basketball as well.
Now, although maybe this won't rear its, I won't say ugly head, it's just the facts of the matter that NIL is around, and I think it's here to stay. But there still will be upsets, Paul. I mean, and I think that's what the casual fan really wants to see is the 13 take down a 4, the 12-5, the dreaded 12-5 matchup that seems to always pluck somebody. Do you have anybody that you would put on your upset watch?
I got a couple. I went through and I red dotted who I thought the lower seeds were that had a chance to upset. Anybody that listens to me knows I'm a shameless Iowa homer, being from the state of Iowa. But University of Northern Iowa, and this is legit. They in the Missouri Valley Conference this year, they were not healthy all year. They rolled through the Missouri Valley Conference tournament. They're good. They really defend. They really value the ball. They keep possessions to a minimum. And they're playing against a Rick Pitino coached St. John's team, who is exactly the opposite. So now this is to your point, Jay, what I love about March Madness. When you watch the NBA, most teams play pretty much the same style of ball, or relatively so. In March Madness, you can see a real range of styles of play. And here's a prime example. Even with the shot clock, you're going to see you and I grind that ball to a pulp, getting shots late in the shot clock, getting back on defense, stopping transition. So it really becomes a ability and willpower. And so who's going to impose their will? So I'd say you and I is one. Louisville, I think they're sort of vulnerable against South Florida too. Louisville, I really don't believe in. They've had some real spotty performances this year. VCU over, I think they could give North Carolina trouble. North Carolina's not that healthy. VCU's tough, hard-nosed, gritty, all things North Carolina usually isn't. And so I think that could be an interesting one as well. And then on the other side of the bracket, I really don't see anybody that jumps out at me and says, this is going to happen. But I think there's 3 or 4. And you know what? Somebody else, like you said, Jay, is going to come out of the woodwork and upset somebody. God, I hope so. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it always happens. And for good reason. That's why it's, I think, one of the greatest sporting events of the year. Let's hop over to the women's side. UConn, holds the record with 12 national titles, led by the winningest coach in NCAA women's history in Gino Auriemma. Should they just be awarded the trophy now?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, good.
No, absolutely not.
What do you got?
Odds are in their favor. They're great, undefeated season, couple of sort of close calls. That can work for and against you, as you know, in any sport. If you have won all the time, you forget what it's like to lose. And if you're in a tight game that you haven't had many of all year, and you're in a tight game with everything on the line, you can tighten up. They're human too, as good as they are. UCLA is very good. Is this their year? Maybe. I've picked them to win. So everybody remember the Rain Man metaphor there, because I feel like that's the one team I see as having the best chance. Texas is very good. South Carolina, very good. UConn's the class, but to me, UCLA's the dark horse.
Okay, the question everybody wants to know. I was talking earlier with my wife. She's put her bracket together. We always have a friendly competition in the house. So I'm on.
It's friendly.
It is. Good. There might be a dinner involved. Okay, but on the men's side, I've got Houston. My wife has Duke. What I want to know from you, Paul, sir, who's your Final Four and who do you have winning the men's tournament?
I also have Houston in the title game.
Ooh.
I think they are. Kelvin Sampson is one of my favorite coaches because he, it's like bringing a Tyrannosaurus Rex back to the present and setting him loose in college basketball. Unapologetically old school, very vocal about how he recruits, that they turn away a lot of recruits because they're just not tough enough for Houston. Like what he demands of those kids. And they have a very good Canadian, by the way. Emmanuel Sharp averages just over 15 a game, one of their guards. Houston's been there. They were there last year, so they're battle tested. They know what it's like to get there. So I think you made a good choice myself. Duke's a little banged up. That's my big concern with Duke. They're not going into the tournament 100% healthy. I have Arizona against Houston in the finals. I've got Michigan, Arizona, Duke, and Houston as the Final Four. I think Arizona has the right ingredients to be the national champion this year. Big, strong, old school. They can shoot it. They have a couple of guards that can make plays deep into the shot clock. And they have, again, using the overused term old school, they play an old school style of inside basketball. They got big, strong guys that go after the basketball. And they've got, they play power inside basketball. And that lends itself in the NCAA, especially over a long period of time. Plus, I'm biased. Tommy Lloyd, their head coach, he had been up to Edmonton many, many times. He was the guy principally responsible for recruiting all the international players to Gonzaga when he coached with Mark Few. But having met and talked with Tommy many, many times, he's one of the good guys in that world. And if someone were to win, I would love to see it be him. But I'm not basing this on my raw favoritism. Otherwise, I'd have the University of Northern Iowa winning it. But I think and by the way, Iowa State has a shot at the Elite Eight.
I have Iowa State winning.
I hope you're right, Reid. I love Iowa State. I love the way they play. I love the way they're coached. But I don't quite think they have enough. Although, they lost by 2 to Tommy Lloyd on a last second. I've never seen a closer last second shot than the one that Arizona hit to beat Iowa State. Like that ball barely out of the fingertips into the net. So Iowa State, you could be right, Reid. So, but I've got Arizona. So It's going to be fun.
It's going to be great. And the play-in games started yesterday. And, there's one going on right now. Coop's going to have the score in a couple minutes.
Big names, too.
Paul, we love the discussion with you. We love having you on. We love all the work you do for basketball in Edmonton and really across the country. So thanks for hopping on. I'm sure we'll talk to you again during the tournament, my friend. Really appreciate it.
Guys, absolute pleasure. You have a great day. Thanks for having me on.
Paul Sir checking in. So he gave you the names of the Edmonton guys in the NCAA tournament, gave you some thoughts on the men's and the women's field, and made some predictions. So what more do you need from Paul Sir? He's awesome.
Fantastic.
I love having him on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. And we, of course, are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio, and we're going to have a special guest right away. I can tell you this. First of all, the Canadian Brewhouse has happy hour Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Prices starting at $3.99. Come early, stay longer, save more. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house is your house. Sometimes they have special guests, and we're the beneficiary of that. We're going to have Mel Schmiller Jr. in studio, Dark Side of the Grill. Maybe you follow him on social media. He's a barbecue pitmaster, and I think we're going to eat, which is always good. Coop first.
An update on Leon Draisaitl from Oilers GM. General Manager Stan Bowman, he confirmed that Draisaitl does not require surgery, and if things go to plan, Draisaitl will return. by the end of the regular season. On a 6-game schedule, a pair of games are live. Sidney Crosby back from an 11-game hiatus facing the Hurricanes. It's scoreless right now between the Penguins and Hurricanes. 13 minutes left in the first period. We also have the Devils battling the Rangers. That one has goose eggs on the board. At 5:30 in about 10 minutes, the Senators and Capitals drop the puck from Washington. And locally, the Oil Kings, they joust with the Hitmen. 7 o'clock puck drop. Edmonton losing 3-1 to Calgary in their last game on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Raptors host the Bulls at 6 o'clock right now. We do have some action live. The Warriors down by a point against the Celtics. 6:30 left to go in the first quarter. To March Madness, Lehigh and Prairie View A&M are underway nearing the end of the first half. Prairie View A&M down by 2 points. It's 27-25 in favor of Lehigh. To baseball, pair of games live in spring training, end of the 8th. The Cubs are down by 8 runs, 16-8. D-backs leading in that one. And top of the 5th, the Pirates have a 3-0 lead against the Tigers. A very special guest next up here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Because we have to understand that the next 2 years after this one are the most important in Oilers history. They are.
And you are on fire today, Nanzo.
Are they not?
No, I 100% agree with you. I just love the way you said it and were like so serious in saying it. Like, I want to clip that. That was good.
They're the most important 2 years coming up in this franchise history.
Right. I mean, you are 100% correct.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers, but really May brings you...
Mom, I'm home from university.
Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Affordable, convenient, and Canadian storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free, plus students save 10% on continued rental. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. So my biggest regret right now is that our audio streaming apps, iHeartRadio and TuneIn Radio, and our video streaming app, good old YouTube, do not have smell on them because it smells incredible here in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. And Jay and I are fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Jay and I have massive servings of delicious food in front of us. Thanks to this gentleman. Yeah, can you take it to the camera for the YouTube people? Mel Schmiller Jr. is here. On Instagram, online, you can also Google Dark Side of the Grill. And all right, do I have you Barbecue Pitmaster? Is that the exact title? Am I right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing that?
Since 2017, maybe.
2017, professionally.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're an Edmontonian.
Yes, sir.
Born here.
Born and raised.
Grew up here.
That's
Got a favorite hockey team?
It's just the Oilers.
Yeah, we tend to talk about them quite a bit.
It's always been the Oilers, man. That's yeah.
So I'm curious. How do you become? Do you mind if we eat while you're talking?
Oh, give
Is
her.
that rude?
Not at all.
Is there somewhere we should start?
What have you given us?
What do we
first
got
of all?
here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take a tour
So
here.
Jay's
we
kind of got it up.
We got smoked chicken. The small sausage is spicy. The larger sausage is sweet. We've got brisket. We've got pulled pork. We've got some chips. We've got mac and cheese and coleslaw.
Wow.
That's it.
So good.
That's it.
I started with the sweet sausage. Yes, I'm talking with my mouth full, everybody.
I love it.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sue me.
That's it. That's my life, boys. I fly all around the world now doing this, feeding people.
And okay, so how did this start for you? I'm very curious.
So, born and raised in Edmonton. I was a journeyman welder up in the patch, welding alloys and all kinds of stuff. Because we're Albertan, right? Surrounded by meat and beer, and I've always barbecued. Since I was a kid. I was the first guy in a group of guys to buy my first house. So everyone else lived with their parents. Everyone else, So every single Friday, Saturday, Sunday, people would show up with bags of meat and cases of beer. And that's my entire life has just been, my passion was always cooking, but obviously you're born here, like you're going to work in the patch. It's, cash is king. So that's it. But I ended up posting a few things on social media. A few brands reached out to me. And then, flew me down to the States for the first time. And it's just nonstop since there.
So what were you doing as work? You said you were in the patch. What specifically were you doing?
So I used to build centrifuges. I used to work for Finning, building big equipment, heavy equipment, stuff like that.
Okay. And then what sort of, if I know you gave a bit of an explanation there. Yeah. I'm just digging in more specifically. Like what actually was like, to hell with it. I'm doing it. Like I'm actually changing careers. Like this wasn't a side thing anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's, those cliche posters you see where it's like jump off the cliff. Today's your day, whatever. Right. My first,
it worked.
So literally, the owner of the company at a Christmas party asked me what events I had booked for the next year. And while I was explaining to him, I'm going to do Memphis May, I might do the American Royal.
Right.
He's like, that's crazy because you've burnt up all of your vacation time last year doing all of these events. You don't have any more.
You're done. Yeah.
So like, that's it. And right there, I shook his hand and I said, this is my 2 weeks at my Christmas party. And
how did he react?
Well, they offered more money. They sent HR.
Well, they did, eh?
Oh, buddy, they doubled down because,
you're good at that job too.
And that was it. Like that was enough for me to be like, you know what? If you're going to you're going to do that at my Christmas party, I'm done. I'm finished. And then, to go from a 6-figure income to who knows what happens, right?
Right.
But I just jumped off the cliff, doubled down, and
what did your family and friends think of that?
Everyone thought I was nuts, but I've always been, a bit different.
There's no sense being normal.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
boring.
That's it. Exactly. And
so, all right. So now you've been doing this almost a decade.
Yep.
If you mentioned you in the commercial or during our commercial break that you travel a lot.
Yes.
So is there a typical week or month for you? Is that a fair question to ask? No.
My life is complete chaos, man. In the last 2 weeks, I think I've had maybe 4 hours of sleep. It's been.
Oh, jeez.
I sleep on the airplanes. To be honest with you, that's the best time for me to sleep as soon as I get on the airplane.
Okay, so are you going to events, learn stuff, compete? Where are you going?
All of it.
Okay.
So I was in Guatemala. I caught a sea turtle. In the jungle in Brazil, I cooked a sea turtle. I go to Australia a couple times a year.
Can you wait a minute? Can you? By the way, we have you're not going to be able to hear this. We have a turtle sound effect.
I wonder what Terry the turtle thought
Terry
of
the
that.
turtle. So I'll play him. So okay, how do you turtle meat cooking it? Can you share that?
Yeah, well, everything tastes like chicken.
Okay.
That's the truth. Everything tastes like chicken. It might have a hint of scallop. It might have a bit of a different texture, but to be honest with you, in Oregon, we cooked whole cougar over the live fire, black bear whole, like you put them on a cross,
really
light a fire underneath. Last year I did smoke in the valley. We took over Snow Valley and I cooked Canada's first steer over the live fire. So an Argentinian style steer, and we cooked a whole steer.
Okay. Sorry, my brain's all over the place,
Yes.
so I'm going to be circling back to stuff that I find interesting.
No problem.
So the turtle tasted like chicken.
Yes.
The bear didn't taste like chicken.
No, the bear.
When does it stop tasting like chicken?
Yeah, that's
the bigger. When does it get bigger and hairier?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah. I was in Key West last week, and I cooked an iguana over the fire. So we call that the chicken of the palm, right?
Okay.
And then gators are the chicken of the ditch. It's
So these more exotic animals, if that's the right term, or non-traditional, I guess, for a lot of, like, I'm Albertan. I'm like, hey, I like steak.
Yep.
Give me chicken, pork sometimes.
Yep.
Do you season them differently?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Well, not differently. You like cooking a whole iguana is just like cooking a rack of ribs.
Really?
If you were hanging the ribs over there, you'd still season them up and you'd still spritz them and stuff like that. It's just, a bit of a different approach, but it works.
By the way, this is all great. This is the brisket?
Yes.
That's not. I like everything. That's probably my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
No,
who
the
made this
brisket's
sauce? Is this yours?
No, that's Bullseye.
Oh, really?
Magic.
It's pretty good.
No,
I didn't realize it was Bullseye.
It's Bullseye.
It complements everything very well.
Although I'd be completely content going through this whole segment not talking.
Oh my God.
Because I'm stuffing my face.
This is incredible.
We've got a lot of listeners that are hungry right now, and some that have sent messages. Nate the Builder in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox says, Mel is the best, an Instagram hero.
There you go.
For us weekend grill / smoker warriors. Now, I have some questions for you pertaining to grilling, okay?
100%.
But before we dive into that, I want to know, because this is in partnership with the Canadian Brew House.
Yes.
Right? How did this come about? And just for those that are wondering, it's the Smoke 'em If You Got 'em tour.
Yes.
Okay, so this will be happening at Ellerslie, Lewis Estates, and Leduc. Go to thecanadianbrewhouse.com. You can reserve your tickets there. So 3 events.
Yep.
They can't, did they smoke on site, or are you bringing the smoke with you?
Yeah.
You bring your own.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Did you weld it up?
Yes. So the first one I welded in the shop I walked out of. That was my retirement gift to myself.
Good for you.
That's it. Yeah, it was a good time. But so the first time we did the brew house event was Ellerslie. I want to say 2019.
Okay.
So we've been doing this almost every year consecutively, and we've had an absolute blast at it. I parked my rig right out front.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and it was a blast. Right now we're dealing with winter, right? Because we're Albertan. So, yeah, I'll smoke off-site and then bring it in hot and ready to roll.
So, for those wondering, you get everything that's here.
Yes.
Is this how it's served too?
No, they've got smaller.
This would be awesome if.
Yeah,
I just love getting the tin.
I love that it keeps all the food in there.
Yeah, that's it.
So you get brisket, Texas sausage, smoked chicken thighs. I mean, look at this thing. I'm
good.
just holding off on that. Pulled pork, mac and cheese, coleslaw, and cactus chips, all for $59.99. And you can go to thecanadianbrewhouse.com and get your tickets now.
Yep.
Reid, live review.
Everything's excellent. Like I said, the brisket was my favorite of everything, but then I had other stuff. The sausage, this one does have a kick.
Yep.
I think. Not that that's a bad thing.
The sweet one is beautiful.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
It just is all goes together so well. And Coob, you're going to be getting some if people are like, what about poor Zach? Zach's going to eat
Yep.
as we are right now. All right. So how often do you enter a competition?
I don't compete anymore.
You don't, but you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to compete. Yeah.
And how do those work?
It's quite chaotic. You're sitting on a lawn chair, heavy drinking for 3 days while you do barbecue stuff on in a parking lot in Memphis.
And the judges come around, or what happens?
Well, they take your finished plate and then they go into the judging facility. It's very locked up, very private, and then they judge. Now I'm a registered KCBS lifetime judge.
Oh, so you judge others now?
100%.
So how? What subtleties are you looking for that would separate one guy's preparation from another?
So traditional barbecue, this is all smoked over wood.
Okay.
Right? We're not doing pellets. This is all traditional wood in an offset. You don't want the smoke to be too heavy.
Okay.
The rub can't be too salty.
Okay.
Everything has to be rendered out. The fat has to render out of that brisket enough that it's, pull apart tender, but still got a little bit of a tug to it.
Okay.
And then the appearance, it can't look like crap, right? It has to look nice. So, yeah, there are many points to judging.
So when you were competing,
yes,
how competitive, like, are you peeking over at the other guy and thinking, oh, that bastard's doing that? Or is it more of a brotherhood?
So they call that shigging.
Oh, there's a special word.
Literally, the professionals, they're tents, right? They're 10 by 10 tents.
Okay.
We'll put walls all the way around. So you can't
wow.
see anything when you walk past. That's it. They're very tight.
Okay.
So Dark Side of the Grill.
Yes.
That is your spice brand?
That is me.
That is you. That's all of you.
That's me.
Oh, it's tattooed on you.
It's literally,
that is literally you.
It's totally
yeah, it's me. That's it.
So I've, tell us a bit about the spices, what other things you offer, and just, a little bit more about what you can offer. I noticed you got cigars on your shirt.
Yes.
You like to have a stogie while you're...
all the time.
Okay.
So when I'm on tour, I'll smoke 10 a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're not joking around.
I love cigars, yeah.
So people can go on and find Dark Side of the Grill, follow Dark Side of the Grill, and purchase your spice blends?
Yes. I have 10 SKUs, so I got 10 different rubs. I brought you guys a couple.
Okay.
We'll gladly take them.
100%. Yeah, I know a lot of them have won awards as well. Yeah, this is it's my life now. I do this every day. So traveling around the world, I've got all kinds of different recipes for spices and stuff. And then I ended up making 10 products so far. I also have a hot sauce with Heartbeat Hot Sauce out of Ontario.
Oh, nice.
They're the main sponsor for the UFC. They're the only hot sauce for the UFC. So
I saw one that caught my eye, the Dr. Skipper Sweet Soda Barbecue Rub.
Yes.
Explain.
So when you're cooking, say, a pork butt to make pulled pork, in the States, they came up with throwing a can of Dr. Pepper in there.
Okay.
Now it makes your pork mushy, and you don't want that. You still want it to be fibrous. You still want it to have that texture to it, right? So I reverse engineered that. The University of Montreal, I'm not even going to tell you how much it cost, but they reverse engineered Dr. Pepper into a dry rub.
Really?
That's
no way.
It. Yeah. So, yeah, it's nuts. I can barely keep that stuff on the shelves. And then the other one that you're looking at right there, Cow Cane.
Yeah.
That's as Alberta as it gets. That one
sure
is. Yeah, that one has won some severe.
Oh, yeah. Coob's got some imagery up on our YouTube
there
feed.
you go. Yeah.
And if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Give Mel the thumbs up. So we're not done with you. I'm just reminding everybody who you are.
problem.
Mel Schmiller. Do you use the junior all the time?
I do.
Who's Mel Schmiller Senior?
Oh, he's a unit. Let me tell you.
Is he?
Yeah, he lives out just west, Parkland County. So.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And he's all in supporting you.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
so, and if people, because some people know you, we see people in the chat. Some people know you, but of course, some of our audiences, like I didn't know much about you till the last couple of days.
Yep.
It's CHMILAR,
correct,
or just Dark Side of the Grill. If people, because now you're going to be the most Googled person in Edmonton tonight, which is good. We love the local stories.
Yes.
What was your growing up community in Edmonton? Your school, all that fun stuff.
So I went to school just south of Southgate. You know, all of those schools in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I was South Side boy, right? And
did you do Ainley High School?
I did.
Yeah.
I did for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're the reason that they got police in there now. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, big sports school. That's why I wanted to ask.
Oh, exactly. No, we had a rowdy, childhood. So.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a good time. But
so you're growing up around Southgate Mall.
Yep.
Hanging out there.
Yep.
Before it was renovated a while ago.
That's it.
Pre-renos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. No, I used, born and raised.
Is this the type of job a career where, like, are people ever like, well, you got to go live in Memphis or somewhere? And you're like, no, I'm living in Edmonton.
100%. That's all the time. When I explain to the Americans what it's like having to shovel your snow all the time, they don't believe it. They actually can't understand it.
Right.
You buy a brisket, you're getting ready for Saturday. You're going to smoke that brisket, and the wife has to go to work, and God dumps a load of gravel behind your wife's car. Well, now you're not smoking the brisket, you're digging that load of gravel. Well, Tuesday you got to go to work, and God does it again. And they're like, why would you do that?
Right.
Like, well, it's snow, it's not gravel, but it still happens
Yes.
all the time. And they're like, I would never, well, we don't know any better because we live here.
No, you were telling me quickly, we talked briefly during the commercial because you came in and got stuff ready.
Yep.
So speaking of the west of Edmonton connection,
yes,
I grew up Evansburg, and
Okay.
you knew immediately where that was because you have some connection to Seba, that area.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what used to happen out there for you?
So that was my childhood was out Wobbeman Lake. For I don't know 100 kilometers around there, we'd be running quads out in the bush and chasing cars down the Highway 16, and it was a ton of fun. And you meet all the legends at the lake, right? Mark Messier, Grant Fear, Gizmo was out there a few times, and just being a kid sitting on the beach with these absolute legends that are just having a beer, boots up, right? Burning.
So you got to see them
drifting.
away from the field and the rink, and just
Exactly.
being guys.
Yeah, it was wild.
Okay, I mentioned I have some personal questions for you, okay?
Yes.
I'm a weekend warrior myself, but I mean, the facts of the matter are that meat is expensive.
Yes.
It's the most expensive it's ever been. What would you suggest is kind of your best bang for your buck cut or whatever? It doesn't necessarily have to be beef that you could turn into something nice given that you have the time to slow cook it or smoke it.
That's a great question. I love the huge cuts of protein whenever possible. The crown jewel, if you're paying attention to maybe around Easter, you'll see prime rib or ribeyes go on sale in your local flyers, right? Ask them to leave it whole and buy the whole thing still in the cryo wrap. You can get the price down to like $250, $300 for a 7-bone prime rib.
Really?
Yeah. And then cut your own steaks or leave a 3-bone roast. That's the cheapest
Just because
way.
some of the price is in them trimming it and cleaning it up.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have a smoker.
Yep.
I love doing brisket. My wife and my girls, they all love brisket.
Yep.
But I have yet to be able to get, on the outside edge, you have that bark.
Yes.
And I'll kind of combine this into two questions, but what am I maybe missing that I'm not getting that crispy, dark, I want that crunch of the bark.
Yep.
And this is always a question. I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times.
I get it all the time.
Paper versus tinfoil. Is this a debate or does it really matter?
It honestly, it doesn't matter. You can do it each way. Very similar results.
Sorry, for what we're referring to is when you wrap the brisket,
yes.
and put it back on and let it get up to temp.
Myself, I do tinfoil.
Yeah.
I always do tinfoil. It's nice and easy. I do salt, pepper, garlic on a brisket. I don't heavily trim it. I like to leave some of that fat on there. Hit her completely, cover it, absolutely cake it, right? And then I'll smoke it until...
What temp do you pull off?
202.
202. Okay.
The key to a good brisket, one, is don't pay attention to the internal temperature while you're smoking it. Wait until that bark looks good before you wrap it.
Okay.
Right? So once the bark looks good, then you wrap it. Now the bark's not going to do anything anymore. I'll crank it up a bit and then finish it off a little quicker, a little hotter. Because now that it's wrapped, the smoke doesn't matter.
And are you a 225 guy?
Yes, for smoking, 225.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I'm just rendering out fat and getting it done, I'll turn it up to 325.
Right.
This is an incredible meal. I'm honored that you fed us.
Well, thank you.
Are there any... do you have to have good relationship with butchers, or are there some people locally you want to plug?
Yeah.
Or
I always support local butchers, right?
Okay,
so there's a ton.
Okay,
there's a ton to mention, but I definitely suggest whenever possible, especially if it's a date night or you're feeding the family a prime rib or something. Definitely go and check out your local butcher as opposed to the big box stores, just because support local, support small business.
Okay, so are you traveling again? Right. So your next Friday is the Ellerslie event.
Correct.
Lewis Estates, Saturday the 28th.
Yep.
In Leduc on Saturday the 4th.
Yep.
CanadianBrewhouse.com. Smoke them if you got them. They're selling the tickets, or Google. Go to Dark Side of the Grill.
Yep.
So between now and next Friday, are you on planes again?
No, I'm doing the Boat and Sportsman show.
Oh, good. Okay. So
yeah.
you actually get to stay home for a bit.
Yep, exactly. Still working, but I get to stay home.
Yeah, but at least
right?
you can. But you might sleep for more than 4 hours.
A little bit. We'll see what happens. I still have to shoot content as soon as I get home.
So because you're doing stuff all the time. That's amazing.
That's it.
So how many, including yourself, how many people do you employ?
Me.
One.
Me. That's it.
Yeah,
yeah.
You're like a pro golfer. The better you do, the more you make.
That's it. That's it. And I also sleep on other people's couches, just like pro golfers.
Oh,
that's
right.
That's it.
Maybe different.
Exactly. What hotel are you staying at? I try not to. Sleeping in somebody's tub today, right? That's the.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you get to watch the game last night?
I didn't.
Okay. How many games do you get to watch now? You're so busy.
Well, I try and catch up on the road whenever I can.
And you can go online. We'll have the shortened versions, stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to ask you our poll question.
Right on.
Which of the following teams would concern you the most in a first-round matchup? Utah, Anaheim, Vegas.
Vegas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Still Vegas.
Vegas.
You know, I don't know. I used to call them the miserable bastards, the way they played. I don't think they're as miserable as they used to be, though.
Yeah. Well, for the last 2 years, I've been either Game 6 or Game 7 in Florida.
You went to both?
No, I refuse. I absolutely not.
Oh, you would? I'm sorry. Okay, I misunderstood.
So every person in Florida that knows me, which is half of Florida, offered me box seats, offered me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And they're like, come on, you have to come to the game. You have to come to the game. The last thing you want is an Edmontonian who's a diehard Oilers fan, drunk and belligerent in an open carry state. Whether we won or lost, I was going to get shot. So I just turned it down completely. That's it. They still don't know what they still don't know what jerseying is, right? They don't know any of that stuff. So like, yeah, it's hilarious. So it sucked being down there every time. And now going down there after the Olympics, just
you
did it once.
USA chants are getting a little boring already.
You did it once. Calm down, right? Like, yeah.
So where do you spend the most time in the States?
Everywhere.
But is the Southeast, like people think the Southeast for what you're doing, but is that not accurate?
Well, Texas is the whole.
Okay, so Texas
is,
okay.
Yeah, that's the barbecue mecca.
I guess not Southeast exactly.
Yeah, well, yeah, Texas, Memphis, Kansas. I try to go to Florida whenever possible because it's Florida, right? I do my own barbecue, so everywhere I go, there's barbecue. And Florida's just Florida. So.
Hey, Mel, thanks for coming in.
Awesome.
Thanks for feeding us. Again, Canadian Brewhouse. Look for the Smoke 'em If You Got 'em event. He's got 3 coming up. Go to Dark Side of the Grill. Your Instagram is awesome.
Thank you.
And you got the website too.
Yes, sir.
So you can find out everything about Mel, buy his stuff, maybe ask him to come to your. He'd cook for you and sleep on your couch.
I do actually cater around town as well.
So there you go. This is perfect.
Yep.
Well, we got to remember this our next staff meeting or staff party.
Yeah, we should do a show from there.
That's it.
That'd be incredible. Yeah. Thanks so much, though. You're an incredible story. You've been successful, and we wish you continued success.
Yeah.
And as you're a representative of an Oilers fan, we wish you that the game that ends well 100%. Some June in the near future.
That's it.
Right on.
I love it.
That's Mel Schmiller Jr., Dark Side of the Grill. We're going to eat and do words of the day when we get back.
Oilers general manager Stan Bowman gave an update on Leon Draisaitl, confirming that he will not require surgery, and if things go to plan, Draisaitl will return by the end of the regular season. On a 6-game slate, 3 games are underway, 2 of which in the first intermission. Hurricanes up 1-0 over the Penguins. Sidney Crosby playing his first game. He missed since before the Olympic break, he missed 11 straight after going down with Team Canada. The Devils also have a 2-1 lead over the Rangers. While it's the Senators and Capitals just 5 minutes in, scoreless in that one down in Washington. Locally, the Oil Kings, they joust with the Hitmen at 7 o'clock. Edmonton losing 3-1 to Calgary in their last game. Meanwhile, the Raptors host the Bulls at 6 o'clock. 9 games total in the association. 3 games are alive. Celtics up 44-32 over the Warriors halfway through the second quarter. And at halftime in March Madness, Lehigh has a 2-point lead over Prairie View A&M in first form action. And to baseball, the Pirates, they're up 3-1 over the Tigers. Top of the 6th, the Jays, they get back in action tomorrow against the Yankees. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST afternoons.
Last year, he really turned the corner. What are you expecting to see Vladdy Guerrero Jr. this year in terms of his leadership?
I think we're going to see Vladdy 2.0 here, guys. It's going to be even better. He's one of those, pro type players, I feel, that really took on the responsibility of that contract. I expect Vlad to be as good or even better.
EST afternoons, weekday afternoons, 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Okay, that was Mel Schmiller Jr., Dark Side of the Grill. He's got events coming up at Canadian Brewhouse locations, Ellerslie, Lewis Estates, and Leduc. CanadianBrewhouse.com. Smoke them if you got them. That's the event. Wow. You will be well-fed and satisfied.
You will be impressed.
That was shockingly good food.
Every detail, Reid. Can I just ask you? I know the meat was the
everything
the
was
focal
good.
point.
Yeah.
That coleslaw. The coleslaw was deadly.
Yeah, it was delicious.
I couldn't stop eating it.
Everything was good. Everything was totally delicious. All right. As we're digesting, we got words of the day for Edmonton Public Library, EPL.ca. We got to move quick here today. Okay. We overate.
What's going on?
Let's just go.
Okay. Well, jejune. What? Jejune.
Wow. Jujun.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Jejune.
Okay.
Jejune.
Is this something that turns yellow?
Good guess. No. It was the opposite of our last guest, Mel Schmiller.
So he's outgoing. So this is someone who's maybe introverted and quiet?
Sure.
Okay.
Jejune is a formal word that means uninteresting or boring.
Okay. I didn't quite get it.
Second word of the day. Did we do putative?
I don't remember.
Putative. Putative.
P-U-T-I-T-I-V-E.
Incorrect.
Okay.
P-U-T-A-T-I-V.
And this is, I don't know, I need a sentence. Do it bad today. I don't even care because I'm so satisfied from that food. I can fail the rest of the day.
I'd need a nap. The group's putative leader was conspicuously absent from the meeting.
Oh, someone who's like ineffective or doesn't take responsibility?
Putative is a formal word used to describe something that is generally believed, supposed, or assumed to be something specified.
All right. 0 for 4. I don't care because I got 110% with the meal from Mel Schmiller Jr., Dark Side of the Grill.
On the brisket score.
Game day tomorrow. We'll be getting you ready for the Panthers and the Oilers. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. I hope your supper's as good as ours.